Hey, everybody, what's happening? Woohoo! It's a pajama party, yo. What's happening? What's today? Saturday? Happy Saturday. Everybody got their drinks, their beverages going
Yes.
on? Yes, okay. I see they got the wine flowing, they got the tea.
That's right.
Yes, honey, come through. Come through. Oh, this is gonna be we haven't had a pajama party in a while, and people have been asking, we need to have a pajama party. And I'm like, okay, Tracy said, let's have a pajama party. And I was like, okay, let's do this. So here we are. We got some heavy hitters on the panel. Share this out with everybody. Tell your people to come in. We're just gonna be chatting, we're gonna be crocheting and all that good stuff. So we're gonna start off with the introduction. Y'all all know me. I'm Jamie with Parlez-Vous Crochet. And then at my top right, I see Little John Yarn. So
Okay.
go ahead and introduce yourself. We got Little John Yarn in the house. We got Gary with Gary Knits, Gary Rides in the bottom. And then we have Tracy with Love Petals Crochet there under me. So I want to have everybody just go introduce themselves. If you all don't know them, go to their pages. They do have, everybody has a Facebook. Gary, you have a Facebook or you just
Yeah.
Instagram?
Just Instagram.
It's Instagram. Okay, so Little John and Love Pedal, they have Instagram and Facebook. Follow them. And Gary Knits, Gary Rice has an Instagram. Go and follow them. They're all amazing artists doing beautiful things in the fiber community. So make sure you check them out if you have not already. So Miss Alicia, Little John, with you
Okay.
first, honey. Introduce yourself. Tell us about you and all that stuff.
All right. That was a super great introduction. Well,
Ah, thank you.
I am Alicia, aka Little John Yarns. I am a crochet YouTube designer, whatever you want to call it, a crochet influencer. Sounds kind of pretentious. I never know what to call myself. Like, what's my title? You can
You
find me
said right.
what am I?
You said right.
I'm a
Crochet
crochet
influencer.
influencer.
You said right.
Let's say it proud.
Yes.
You can find me anywhere under Little John Yarns, and I'm happy to be here. This is my first pajama party. I'm like,
Mhm.
what do we do? She's like, hang out and party. So I'm like, that's what I'm going to do.
That's
All right.
right.
So
You
now
know.
I'm going
Yep.
to tag Gary below me. Boop, you're it. I hit you.
I was just trying to get in the chat, but it's having trouble connecting my YouTube. Anyway, my name's Gary. I'm in Southern California. I would say, knitter first, crocheter second. This is the year of crochet for me, so I'm here for the tips more than anything.
Right.
But I have a, and she's my guru. But anytime I have a technical problem, I take it to her. I do have a YouTube channel. It's all about what I'm working on, but also craftivism and how we can take our love for knitting and crocheting and do a little bit of good in the world through charity works or whatever. So every week I try to bring, or every 2 weeks I try to bring a couple ideas to people about like things that are going on in the world where you can take your love to the craft and do a little bit of good in the community. So I'm happy to be here. I'm working on a hat right now. So
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Tracy,
Yes.
Tracy.
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Tracy. Love Petals Crochet. Um, I just love crocheting. I love to design women's clothing and accessories. I have a boutique in San Pedro, California, where I have all of my things and I teach classes. I'm currently having a blanket campaign and requesting squares from everyone so that we can assemble blankets to give out to those who have been impacted by the fires. So we're scheduled to have. Can I tell them about it?
Absolutely. Talk about anything, honey.
So we're scheduled to have the next meetup Saturday, March 1st. Hopefully, we'll. I think we have received more squares. I just wasn't in town last week, and I don't think I'll be at the boutique tomorrow because I'm feeling a little crappy. But once I get myself together and get there, I'll go live and show the squares. And then on the first, we'll start assembling the squares and hopefully getting them out to people ASAP. So I'm happy to be here. I do know Jamie and Gary, but I've never met. Is it Alicia?
Mm-hmm. I
I've
forgot to put my
never met
name up there
Alicia.
like you guys.
That's a
I've
new
seen
feature.
her. Yes, I've seen her. I think I've watched her channel. I might have subscribed. If I didn't, it's just because I was just looking and forgot to subscribe. But I'm glad to be here. Let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes, yes, we got some heavy hitters here. And thanks to everybody that came on, everybody that shared. We got a couple people that are just there, they've been here in the comments. They have been with me for years. So if you know me, I am Jamie with Parlez-Vous Crochet. I have been and I actually do want to like kind of interview y'all and like see how long you've been doing your craft and things like that. But for me, I've been crocheting over 40 years, and I've been in business like 12 years now. And so I got some, I'm saying that I have some people in the chat that have been with me for a long time. So I'm appreciative that y'all are here. Classy Kim Crochet is in the building. Jeannie, Proverbs 31 Yarn, has been with me for years. So I appreciate you being here. Dell has been around me for years. Um, and she makes some amazing pieces as well. She's been here. We have Sandrine, Purple Crochet and More with Dream.
Hey!
Sandrine has been with me for years. Thank you so much. Teresa Hamilton, it feels like I've known her for years. She feels like an auntie to me. She's so she's another crocheter. I met her actually, I think face to face was in Pittsburgh, but she lives in Arizona. Was it Arizona? Yeah, she lives in Arizona, but I think I met her in Pittsburgh. Isn't that funny? And so and we have with Tanya Reese, who is Tanya's Crochet Creation, has been with me for years. So they're all in the building, and I appreciate that. And thank y'all so much for coming and you know, hanging out with us today. I haven't been on YouTube in a minute, so we used to do the television. I haven't been on here in a minute, but we're gonna try to get this thing, you know, get it going, you know. But
So I have a question. I
yeah.
can't see anybody but us four, and I don't see the chats. What am I doing wrong?
Click over from private chat to comments.
Okay, let's see if I can find that. I should have came in earlier, huh? Right?
It's
Oh,
always technical difficulties sometimes when you do this. So I was like, come in early and see what's what, because I
I
don't
was
know how it's
You're
gonna
always
be.
on time. Whenever you show up, you're on time.
Yeah, exactly. It's fine. You know, this is a safe space and we just be in here chilling. And so it is what it is. It's okay. However you get here is fine. So tell me, so Gary,
Yes,
because
ma'am.
I always see you at events supporting. How long have you been crocheting?
So crocheting, I started crocheting right before the pandemic. So
Mm.
I've been a knitter for 20 something years.
Okay.
And what had happened was I had a bunch of my friends who had kids who were getting to the age where they were about to graduate from high school. And I thought, oh, I wanted to make blankets for all of them to take off to what, if they were going to college, if not just to have as a gift. And I quickly realized that if I was going to knit all those blankets, I was going to be an old man and they were not going to get their blankets in time. And so I thought I should probably learn. And my grandma was a crocheter, and so I thought, well, I've been doing this long, I could probably do it. And to be fair, I had actually crocheted a little bit right before I started in knitting. But so I went and took classes at our local yarn store right before the pandemic hit, so that I could start making blankets for all those graduating kids.
Oh,
And
wow.
then it's just kind of gone from there. The rides part of Gary Knits Gary Rides was a bike ride that I did for the last 6 years from San Francisco to Los Angeles every summer, that raised money for HIV and AIDS education and prevention and treatment. And as part of that, the fundraising for that, I started doing knit alongs and then added in some crochet alongs. So that's kind of how I got into the crochet world, because I met some crochet designers who would help me out with a pattern that then we would all knit together. We'd pair up with a yarn dyer to do the yarn kits and stuff like that. So, it's been a few years. As I said in the private chat before we got started, I'm
Mhm.
definitely a knitter first. Crochet is still challenging for me. So I like a challenge, and this year
Mm.
I'm trying to do a little bit more. I'm going to try to crochet my first like top for myself. There was like a really cute, like little kind of polo-y shirt that I found the pattern for that Tracy's Tracy's been enlisted to try to help me because it's not working out as easily as I thought it was going to be, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So
You're gonna get there. You know, it ain't gonna be no thing. And the next thing you know, you're gonna be posting like, look at me, look what I did.
Right.
I did make a garment. I don't know if do you know Desmore Designs? I can't remember. Oh God, what's her first name? Anyway, she did this long kind of tunic-y coat open cardigan, and I did crochet that for my sister. So I have done a garment, not just blankets, but anything that requires sizing is always a bit of a challenge for me.
Yeah, I understand. That's why I always stick to free size. I'll be like, listen, small, medium, large. If you're in between here, you get it, you know. Yeah, it could be a little sticky.
Yeah.
I'm
So
sure it'll be fine though.
yeah, I think Tracy and I are having a conversation. I've had a rethought over the last month since we met. So we'll work it out. I got a pro in my back pocket, so that's
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You get it. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. And that's wonderful. Oh my goodness. Because every time I see you, it's always, I'm making a blanket and I'll be like, because people that know me, that have known me for years, know I ain't making no blanket and I don't like no long projects. And that has not changed in these 12 years. And most of y'all in this chat have seen me. And let me tell you, and to this day, I still get teased. Some people say, where's the pants that you're supposed to be making for the past 10 years? They're still sitting over there. I ain't did them. And then the cape. The cape is always the running joke when people say, where that cape at? Because someone commissioned me to make this black cape. And this guy was like 6 foot, so I like a long black cape. And I swear the cape, I wanted to throw the thing out the window. And
Oh
they're
my
not
God.
hard
And it
to
was
do.
black?
And it was black. And I don't know why I was like, okay, I'll do it, you know. And you know, this whole thing that we're doing, this, you know, live, I've been doing this for years. That's how I know like a lot of these people. We've been doing this where we used to do lives on YouTube Friday night, every Friday for 4 hours. I would be live by myself crocheting, and the people be like, "Where's the cape, Jamie? Bring the cape out. Where's the cape?" And I would sit there and I would, oh, "Come on, Jamie, you could do it. You could do." Ask some people in the comments and see if I'm lying. If I'm lying, I'm flying because I'm telling you that thing got on my nerves. And when I finally finished, it was like, whew. So we still make fun. Jamie, where's the cape? You remember that cape? Yeah, that cape was. So I don't like long projects. So that's why you see me doing earrings. And so I'm saying all that to say, I always, when I see what you do, I'm just like, you making a
I
blanket?
feel like every crafter has that one that sort of one project that's like takes forever that sort of never gets finished. But yeah,
I'm with Jamie.
I like blankets because I feel like I know that they're going to be like an heirloom for someone.
Yeah.
That something that someone that's going to have for a long time. But this was the year I did 3 blankets this year, and I one of my New Year's resolutions was no new blankets for the coming year. So
yeah, and I saw those blankets too, and it wasn't like they some back and forth stuff. Like they was like designs and crazy.
Yeah, these were pretty intense blankets this year. So, but
my hat's off to you, and I totally respect it. So when I see you say blanket, I'm like, I've made 2 blankets, I think, in my life, and they were baby blankets, and I was like, and I don't even want to do that because it's almost like, you know, I have to really like the person and the kid for me to even do it, right? So
it's true.
yeah. Saying hello to the people. OVW, One Virtuous Woman is in the chat. Welcome. Blind Stitches Creation is in the chat. Ola Joe, the Crocheting Sailor, is in the chat. We appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. I think we lost Tracy, so hopefully she'll.
Yeah, I was noticing that. I'm like, maybe she's gonna pop back in. I'm like, ooh, don't see it yet.
Pop back in. Now, Dreeny Purple Crochet says she's making a mosaic blanket. She makes a lot of mosaic blankets, and they're beautiful.
I think that's like painting. That is complete art and mathematics. That I don't have those skills.
Yeah,
so I did this baby blanket this year, and there's a really beautiful book if I find it, I'll pull it out. It's called like Modern Crochet Blanket. It's all modular, so it's almost like a you pick a pattern and you do these panels. And I had never done mosaic crochet before.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, that one, but and the panel that I did, that just about did me in. That's a lot. That's extra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is extra. I've seen her do. She just showed me one that has hearts, I think, on it, and then she did one that was Alabama themed or something like that,
Oh wow.
like Riptide or something like that. You have to put it in the comments, Sandrine. But yeah, see, she's making fun. Yeah, them pants, Jamie. They are still over there in the thing, and I look at them and I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to mix up the yarn or whatever. And then I started another pair of pants a couple years ago and still ain't finished them. And I'm like, I was looking at them yesterday. I said, man, if you just finish them and have them ready for the summer, like, come on, you can do this. No, not maybe
Yeah.
it maybe, but anyway, enough about me. So, Miss Alicia, how
Hmm.
did you get started into doing crochet? How long
I
you
got
been doing
started
this?
like most people. Let's see. Let's do the math. I started crocheting 37 years ago. So when I was 7 years old, my grandmother taught me.
Wow.
Okay,
And
wow.
I've been stuck on it ever since. And what did I do in 2015, 16? I'm like, maybe I can turn this into a business and figure something out. So, like I said, I'm not the best crocheter. When I make things, I'm like Jamie, I need something that's quick satisfaction. Give me a
Mhm,
hat, give me a
mhm.
scarf, actually, give me a hat. I've made 5 billion hat patterns and I wear every single one of them. I love it.
Wow.
I'm always matching outfits with my parlez-vous crochet earrings.
Yes, honey. She works
Little
it.
drop.
Mhm.
She's so good at the pad. I mean, you're such an engager. Usually, if anybody's not following her, she does have a YouTube channel, and you go live on Sunday mornings, correct? Still?
Yeah, I had to stop going live back in November. My laptop went, my camera went. I was offline for a good month and a half. And now I want to
Oh,
get back into live stream because Ola Joe, who's in the comments, she was nice enough to make sure I was alive. I'm like, I'm still alive. My
okay.
stuff was just down. I'm trying to figure out
Oh, okay.
another day, maybe a weekday that people want to maybe watch a live stream when they're bored. I don't know. Maybe get my
Mhm.
Sundays back so I can have the whole weekends to myself and just work during the
Yeah,
week.
yeah. I understand. Yeah, but just she's so good, so engaging. She interviewed me on her show. She has a lovely group of followers as well, and yeah, she's very engaging. What did she say? Roll Tide. Okay, she made a Roll Tide mosaic blanket. Yeah, it was Roll Tide. So all the Alabama whatever, that's her.
Wow.
Dale says she's been crocheting 54 years.
Good Lord.
And now Dale says she doesn't know how to read a pattern. And Dale makes some pretty nice pieces. And I'm like, well, how you figure that out? I don't know. I
Mm,
don't know how she figures it out. Because she says
yeah,
I think she may have went to YouTube and saw a few things, but she says she don't know how to read a pattern. So she's doing it from her head. And
that's
I
Yeah.
don't know how that works, but I mean, she makes a lot of dresses. I've seen her make a wedding gown.
You
mhm.
make a
As
wedding
Um,
gown and you can't read a pattern, but you
she
can
said,
design a wedding gown.
this is the amazing thing about crocheters because my friend here, Miss Tracy, without the patterns, and she has a whole boutique full of clothing that she's done. I can't I don't understand. It's amazing the things that that y'all can do without a pattern.
That's why
mm-hmm,
when people
mm-hmm.
when I call
I'd
myself
be
a designer, I'm like,
I'd
I'm
be
not a designer.
But you are.
I'd be on chain 150 million by now if I didn't have a pattern because
Exactly.
I would have never gone back the other way.
Yeah, my stuff
They
be
don't
always too big or too small.
make things just off the top of their head, knitters.
No, not really. I think it seems from this is my limited experience, but that is really a crochet thing. I mean, I think that younger kids maybe I hear that a little bit from like friends who have kids who are just learning to knit and they just kind of go free form. But I think that crochet lends itself a little bit more to people just being able to like knit, and I think also because ripping it out and redoing it is a little bit less cumbersome in crochet than it is with knitting. It is not as painful to your heart when you have to pull it out.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
well, do you have your patterns on Ravelry?
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have them on Ravelry, all the pattern selling sites,
Okay. All
YouTube,
right.
everything.
I'm gonna go check now because I'm always in the market for a hat pattern because I
And
do love
for the
to make a
person
hat.
who doesn't know how to read patterns, I know you're already creating wedding gowns, but if you take one of my simple beginner patterns, I always write the patterns above what I'm doing on YouTube. So you're
Mm.
learning how to read a pattern while you're hearing me say double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So
Mm.
it'll link inside of your brain at the same time as you're watching it.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great way to learn how to read a pattern as well as if you have a visual alongside the
Mm-hmm.
pattern.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, she's really good with it. Yeah, Sandrine is a beast with that part. And yes, that's Miss Alicia Littlejohn. You hear in the background, blind stitches. And then just wanted to didn't want to leave Tracy out. Tell us a little bit like your journey with crochet. How did you start? What got you
Oh,
going?
when I was in elementary school, um, in the after school program, this little old lady would come after school and was just teaching us how to crochet. So she taught us, I think my first project was like this little bookmark, but it was a worm. So we made a chain. And then I think at the top of that chain, we did maybe like 10 double crochet to make the head. And we put some,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Then you do like 2 or 3 in each one and it kind of twirls around itself or something. That was like the first thing that I made, right? And then after that, I might have done it for a little bit, but then I got like into middle school and high school, so I was too grown to be dealing with it, right.
I ain't
So
doing that.
I put it down, and then in my late 20s, I had a car accident. Car flipped over and a few things, and so
Ooh.
I was home recuperating. My sister came over, and she was like, "Oh, I gotta leave. I'm going to my crochet class." And I was like, "Oh, I crochet." She was like, "No, you don't." And I was like, "You don't know everything about me." So she gave me hooks in her, and I started crocheting. And when I got back to work, there were some old ladies, and they started bringing their yarn, and it just they at work taught me how to read patterns because I
Mm.
didn't even know that there were crochet magazines and crochet patterns and things like that. I had no idea crochet was all like that, right? And once I
Mhm.
learned, and I think I made the first project I made was a skirt, which was so beautiful. And after that, I just started making things. Yeah.
Wow. And how long has that been now? Has it been a long
Um,
time?
so, I know exactly how old that is, how long it's been. My grandson is 19. He'll be 20 in October. So I started learning how to read patterns right before he was born. So it's been
Mm.
about 19 years that I've
Okay.
been patterns. But that's why when I teach, I like to teach how to read patterns along with teaching how to crochet.
Mhm.
Because to me, it makes no sense to just teach you how to crochet and then you want to make all these things, but you can't read the pattern,
Mhm.
or you don't even know how to read the graphs because it's just confusing to you. I think Jamie, you might have done that a reel like that where it's like blur 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 blur,
Yeah,
with
that
with that, yeah,
womp womp womp.
you
Yes.
look at that and be like, what is this? So
Uh-huh.
that's my thing, is just to teach everybody how to read so they can. Now I don't write patterns. I think I have maybe 1 or 2 patterns. I don't. I just make stuff off the top of my head,
Mhm.
and then the yarn kind of tells me where to go with the pattern or with the
Mhm.
design. And so I might do 3 or 4 rows and then have to take those out, and then that means I need to scratch it. It's too much work.
Ooh, child.
Make the stuff as I go. I
See,
can't.
that's what we're going to work on because that we're going to be a team where she's going to help me on my crochet side. I'm going to help her on the writing out of a pattern so that she has an ongoing income stream to.
Yeah,
That is the best income
I
stream you
know
can
that's
get is
right.
get them
I
yeah,
know
patterns
that's
down.
right. Get them
You
patterns
write
down.
it once, you get paid forever.
yeah. Well, the
Evergreen.
I have out, and it's on, not Ravelry. Oh, maybe it is Ravelry.
Ribbler or
Um, no, it's not Ribbler, so it must be Ravelry. Annette from the Knitting Tree
hmm.
sat with me and watched me. We weighed the yarn, so she put the weight. She did all that, and then she
Oh
sat
Lord.
and watched me do it, and she wrote it as I was doing it, and then she took it home and she followed the directions to make sure that she could do it correctly, and then we wrote it out and I uploaded it. I think it's on Ravelry. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're gonna do that because literally, if I could do it after we go through it and it works, it's 100% because it's almost a beginner working on it. So
All right. Yes.
Now you got to put that pattern on your website.
Oh, I wonder if I do have it on there. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Put it on your website so you can make some coins.
yeah,
That's what Alicia be telling me. Jamie, I'm admit you need to be a princess. That's what she told me 2 years ago.
Exactly. If nobody else is going to treat you like a princess, you
She
need
said
to
I need
make
to be a
money so you can
princess.
be your own princess.
I said somebody got to help me because I ain't there yet. I'm
Yeah.
not there yet at all. I'm like,
Well, you
ooh, it's
did
a
good with
struggle.
that earring pattern, though. That earring pattern
Yeah,
is
it did. It
phenomenal.
did.
It's
Thank you.
written well. The whole booklet, just the whole presentation in the box with the pattern and the hooks and it's great. I was like, whoa, look at this.
I tried. Now we just streamlined it because things is expensive, so we made it more affordable. But it's time for something else, and I quite don't know what to do. So that's where I am. I'm like, I would
But
love to, be that person who. There's a lot of crocheters. They just pattern after pattern after pattern. And I said, I wish I could be that way, but I don't got it in me. I don't know.
but you're known for your earrings, so
Yeah.
that's your specialty.
Yeah.
My yarn got stuck on my wheel. No.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Emergency.
you have a bunch of different. It's not just the one that's in the kits. You have a bunch of different patterns, don't you?
I have a couple. I have like a dress pattern, and I have a choker pattern, and a sock pattern.
Oh, I thought it was,
That's
but
it.
I've seen at the shop. There's more than one style of earring, though, isn't there?
Right, but they're not in a kit.
Oh,
And
but
that's what somebody said. You need to put them in a kit, and I'm like, yeah, I guess so. Like, I
well,
guess.
we said the pattern. Get the pattern out.
Yeah, put the pattern there. We'll work with it. It's a new
She
year, and I
definitely
got
got
a lot
more
of.
than one style of earrings.
Like it should get on my nerves.
I think I'm one of her biggest customers.
I appreciate you, y'all. I appreciate it. She
This
got
is
all the colors. She
also
got more than me.
an earring intervention group where we're
Yeah.
gonna.
I followed her YouTube on how to make, I think it was these yellow ones. I followed your YouTube.
You did good.
I did good, but I'm like, I want you to do it.
She's
Like you're special. You work with that little hook. Me and that little hook aren't friends.
You was
I
ready to
need
fight.
me a 4 to 6 millimeter crochet hook. I
know.
need worsted weight yarn. I need a double crochet. I need something bulky.
I got you. I understand. I had to fight with it a little bit myself, but I'm so used to it, and now I'm thinking people are kind of bored with it. Now, when I do shows, the people love it, but I feel like the followers here are like, okay, we've seen that, we want to see something else. So I'll be like, what else do I, So when I did the one with the beads, those big ones, people, they ate those up, like they ate them up. Oh, we love the new direction, but it's like I don't have, I don't have so many of those beads because those beads were from Thailand or something. So I don't have that many of them anymore. I took my best ones and, made something. So I got to figure something else out that's like, pow,
See, that's the hard thing about being a designer, even because we're not in magazines like it once was.
Yeah.
I have not crocheted anything for fun for me unless I'm like, I want a hat. I make sure the camera's there. I'm writing notes when I'm designing it. As soon as I pick up that hook, it's not a hobby. It's no longer my hobby. It's my job.
It's your job, yeah.
Saying that, I've been laying here sick all day, but I was thinking about crocheting and the shop, and crochet is a slow make, and so trying to get all the things in the shop and making it look full, it's really overwhelming. And then occasionally I get people that contact me wanting like custom orders, and custom orders take time, and they take time away from me making things for my store, right? And so, like, I just recently got one. I'm working on it now. And I asked her, when do you need it? And she said, I'm not in a rush. And then what happened? Like a week or so later, is it ready? When will it be ready?
This isn't Amazon Prime.
And I said, Ma'am, I did ask you when you needed it. You said there was no deadline. I said I do have other orders in front of you and a whole store, right? But the second thing is this is handmade, so it's not going to happen overnight. You need to give me a date and I'll do my best. Like people don't understand that. They think it's we just sneeze and it's done.
And
Crazy.
what do you make it for her?
A shrug.
A
So it's
what? A
a
shrug?
shrug. It's just the arms and the.
Around the neck.
It's easy. Like I did started it, but then I didn't like. So now, yeah. Hmm.
So
No.
now I think the key is now that you have to stop asking them when they want it and tell them when you're gonna give it. 4 to 6 weeks.
Well, what I'm thinking is that I'm going to put a pause on custom for a minute
Mm-hmm.
and just okay. Because the other thing is, people will see things in the store and say, "Oh, I like that purse, but can you do it in purple? Can you do?" No, don't you see this purse that's right here? Want what's in the store. They always want a different color. It's just crazy to me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so I don't want to put myself in that because also I just want to say when you start getting custom orders, it feels like work.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel like you're being creative. It feels
Mm-hmm.
like it's work and you're under the gun. And
Mm-hmm.
it takes the fun out of it. It kind of sucks the life out of you because you know. So I think I'm gonna put a pause on custom orders for a minute.
Mm-hmm. You see a lot of people don't do the custom orders
Mm-hmm.
because they're just busy, like either keeping their store or their website full or whatever.
Right.
And it's that's why I always chat with people in crochet, because if I was sitting here doing it by myself, I would have been gave up and quit. Like it's too much.
Yeah.
And it takes the fun out of it. So I
Mm-hmm.
I totally get it. I totally
Yeah.
get it.
Tracy,
Um,
listen to what Gary, so you can stop doing the custom orders, so you can make
mhm,
that purse one time.
Right.
That's it.
You say you want it in purple? Here's some purple yarn. Here's the
Right.
pattern. I'll
Mm-hmm.
teach you how to crochet for a class, you
Right.
know,
mhm.
Yeah.
charge and
Yeah.
go to town. Yeah, yeah. I think it's tough, but I think also there's a way to get a bunch of crocheters and to have to have them help you fill the store on a consignment basis with their
Mhm,
items so
Mm-hmm.
that you have a bunch. You're not making 100% of your inventory in,
Right.
in, in the store all the time.
mhm,
Yeah, I
mhm,
had two girls initially when I reopened, but one bought a home and then she got scared she wasn't going to be able to make her mortgage. So she stopped, you know, and so I'm just down to one girl. She does amigurumi. So now I'm back to, oh, I got to make everything. My favorite thing to make is fashion. I like to make dresses and tops, and I don't really necessarily like to make earrings or purses or things like that, but I have to be well rounded in the store, kind of be all things to all people.
mhm.
But I would love to find some people
Bless
that
you.
specialize
Thank
in this or specialize in area. So I won't have to do that part. I could focus back on my clothing
Yeah,
because that's what's lacking in the store. My rack hardly has anything on it because I'm so busy trying to make all the little things, the earrings, the purses.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna try to help you out. And somebody wanted to know the address of the store.
Oh, okay. So the dress is located in San Pedro, California. The address is 112 East 22nd Street, San Pedro. I'll put it in the comments right now, and that way you can see the address and write it down. But oh, and also if you want to make some granny squares or something to send to the blanket campaign, that will also be the address to send the squares. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna put it in there now.
Absolutely. Um, who else came in? I think Gotcha Hook came in. She says hello. Hi, Vicky. Um, was there somebody else I had missed? Oh, Ladybug. Hello, how are you? Is that Taffy? Hi, Taffy. Taffy been with me a long time too. So, yeah, it could be a challenge, but you'll get through it. You just have to. Sometimes you have to pivot and figure things out, and
Yeah.
It's a frustrating process, but you're doing well. So just
Thank
keep
you.
at it. How did because you left after we redesigned the table.
Jamie came in and whipped that thing together. She said, "Girl, move this over here and get me that tablecloth and put this up." It was fabulous when she finished. I said,
Oh,
"Hey."
yay, I'm glad. Yeah. Hi, Andre. All right, come on, hookers, bring y'all crochet out and let's do it. Yeah, because when you're in the store, it's like you always have to constantly change things around. And
Mhm.
I have to do that too. Like when I do my shows in my booth, I move my sister comes and she moves stuff around. She changes the outfits on the mannequins or just, it's all about display. And I'm not that great at it. I do okay with it, but sometimes I'll bring someone who does merchandising in and let them, kind of move stuff around and play with it. Cause I don't want it to be looking, I be thinking it looked like a little thrift shop.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I'm like, I don't want to look like a little thrift store with all these colors and stuff. And people say it's beautiful, but it's just me being critical. That's all. But
Mhm.
you're always changing. So you always have to change and evolve to catch people's eye. And like I told Tracy, I know me. If I'm walking in the store and it's not attracting me, as soon as I look, I'm going to keep going. Then there's some people who are treasure hunters. They will come in and they will look because sometimes the treasures are deep in a boutique. But
Mhm.
I know me, if I look and I don't in the colors or whatever, I'm gonna keep on walking. So I was like, bring some of that color. The holiday was coming. Bring that color up to the front and let catch the people's attention and stuff
Right.
like that. And hopefully this will help. With some sales. So
Yeah,
you
you
know,
did a good job. It was great.
thank you, thank you, thank you. So now that that's over, now you can, move. What's the next thing? Move stuff around, and I'll try
Thank
to bring some stuff and
Yeah.
get it in there too. But you just play with it. I mean, it's supposed to be fun, even though it's work. That part is supposed to be fun.
Right. Yeah.
It's like dressing your doll babies, right? It's like, oh, I'm gonna change her outfit and do this, or
And
playing with your cars or whatever. It's like that's how it
yeah,
is.
I
So
just change it up every now and then because I know a lot of people frequent it, so they come a lot.
Yep.
And so I try to make it look different so they won't say, "Oh, she don't have anything in here. I saw this." So I try to move it around a little sometimes. So yeah,
yeah.
because
You
sometimes
do.
you're right. I don't have anything new.
It's a struggle. It's a struggle. I get
Well,
it.
well, Jamie, what do you got? What do you have going on this spring? You because every
Oh
time
boy.
I turn on Instagram, you're here, you're there, you're all over Southern California. So you
Yeah,
must have.
we doing it this year. So the big news is we're going back to Pittsburgh this year. Wink wink,
Hey.
little John. Yes, we're going back to Pittsburgh in August for the Pittsburgh Arts and Crafts Festival at the end of August. So if you're in the Pittsburgh area, when all that information well it's out, but once they put their flyer, I'll be posting like, where we'll be. So we'll be doing that. Um so next month I'm supposed to go up to Pacifica to the Royal Bee Yarn Company.
Oh, I
Hmm.
love Kelly.
Yes,
She
yes,
is a
we're supposed to go.
dreamboat. I love her. Yes.
Is yes. So I was supposed to be doing a little trunk show for the yarn crawl.
Okay.
So I'm hoping to do that next month. I don't have the dates, but I'll post when I get everything together. I'm gonna try to do a private event in Arizona in April. We will see if I can get my ducks lined up. And then in June, the Montrose Arts and Crafts Festival is the first weekend in June. So I usually do that one. It's a really good show they have up in Montrose, California, which is like towards La Cunada. The block is, full of art and, fun. So I always do that and I post about that one every year. So I'll be up there at the beginning of June. And then July, I'm supposed to go to New Jersey
Oh,
and to vend at let me see. It's a festival. So New Jersey and New York, they always have a lot of house music festivals. This one is in Lincoln Park in Newark, New Jersey. It's the House Music Day. And it's usually the end of July. So I was supposed to go there. I went there last year just to kind of party, but I'm going to actually set up a booth one day with Ruby Baby on Saturday, and then we're going to try to sell and do our thing.
fun.
And then maybe in October, November, we'll go back to what is that one called? The SoCal Fiber
SoCal,
Festival.
SoCal Fiber. How did you do? How was that one? for you.
That was good. So it was good. Very good, very good. And it was funny. So I did the show and I took like 27 kits. So I brought home one kit.
Ooh.
And so one of the ladies said, she came over to me. She says, I just wanted to give you your flowers and say I'm proud of you. I don't know who this lady was. I'm proud of you because I have watched you all weekend. I have watched this rack with these kids on it have disappeared from whatever you had on there to the one you have left. And she said, I just wanted to congratulate you and give you your flowers on a job well done. I was like, wow.
Sometimes you need that.
Yeah.
Because I look at it like ain't no big deal, but really it is a big deal. Like, but I had to hug. I said, thank you. Like, I appreciate that. So it was good. The earrings work because it's not something that people see. They're crochet.
Yep.
So it works. So that's the big things I have for the year. I need to find some smaller things to do in between to keep the money going. So I've been doing like my bracelets and things like from home. The place that I normally go to once a month is caught on fire with the Altadena fires. So I won't be able to go. We won't be able to do no business up there. So um I have to kind of find like something in between once a month or something to kind of like figure out what to do. So the
Ooh,
schedule, now that I said that,
idea.
looks
I'll DM you. I have an idea. There's someone I think that does a monthly thing, and
okay.
he's a crocheter as well in LA. So
Okay.
yeah. But that's so cool that the SoCal Fiber Fair was it's a
It was
great show.
it was good. It was a really great show the first year because let me see who told me about it. Let me think of what her name is. Children of the Rice.
Oh yeah,
She's the one who told me about it. And I saw it, but I said, I don't know if I want to go the first year because I didn't know how the first year was going to be. I figured, oh, ain't nobody going to know about it and people are not going to go. But she said, I think you should go. I think you will be a rock star. I think you should go. And so I applied and didn't hear anything back from them. And so I was like, okay. I said, well, I commented on their page, oh, I didn't get picked. Well, next time. And they say, we did pick you. I said, well, I ain't got no email. So I had to like scramble up the money real quick because it was like due like in a few days. And I was like, eek, how can I do this? But it was a really good show. Really
yeah.
good. Everybody was nice. Each show you do, you always have to just kind of find what works and what doesn't work, what the people want and things like that. And so it was really good. So I'm sure that each year the show is gonna get better and better.
I
I
think
think
so.
it will.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna get bigger and better and better and better.
it's such a big market to not have a big show like that is
Mhm.
wild. And so I think it's got I went the first year and it was nice, but this year was definitely bigger and better. And so I think they're going to continue to
Okay.
grow.
Yeah, yeah. And it was really nice. The organizer, I'm having a brain fart. I can't think of what her name is, but is it
Uh,
Nancy?
Nancy
Nancy
Bates.
Nancy Bates. I think she has a book. She's a knitter. Couple books, right? Yeah.
knitting the national parks and knitting California. Does all these beanies with
Okay.
designs that are based on the different national parks and different things in
Oh,
California.
okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
See, I wouldn't have known nothing because I'm not a knitter. So she introduced herself to me, and I was like, "Who are you?" She was like, "I'm the one been emailing you." I'm like, "Oh, no, I don't know who you are, lady." And she's there for a book signing. I'm like, "I don't know who you are." Awful, but very nice staff, very well organized.
Yeah,
Just very well organized, which is very impressive. So yeah, I definitely want to try to get my funds together and get back into that. And so that's all I got planned. You know, look, that's all. When I read it off to you, it
That
seemed
was a
like a
whole
lot
bunch of
though.
that
stuff.
is,
It
that
is.
is.
That's a lot. And I'm sitting here, I don't got nothing to do. I'm bored. Get the fix.
The Lisa Stansfield of crochet, been around the world.
I can't find my needle. It's a mess every day. I'm like, oh, I'm so bored. My friend Tanya was like, ain't you got something to do? And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I get bored. And so let me ask you, especially Alicia. So do you find that you get bored with your crocheting because it turns into work?
Mm.
All work is boring. I mean, I'd rather do this than actually do a 9 to 5.
Mhm.
But I find myself, let me go change this laundry instead. Let me
Mhm.
go fill up this dishwasher instead. It gets a little tedious and boring, but at the same time, this is my only income. Sometimes I have to pull out my own whip and be like, back to
Mhm.
work, girl, back to work.
Mhm.
Nice.
But it's tough. But I just can't go back to a day job. This
I
pumpkin has
understand.
to work.
I understand. Honey. I want to be a princess like you. She'll probably tell me, Jamie, when she see you're gonna come Pittsburgh. Hopefully you'll come this year. Jamie, come on, we got to get this thing together. Um, I feel like for me, I feel like I need a mentor at this point.
Hmm.
And I don't
We
know
all
if that
do.
makes sense. We all do. And I don't know how to say it. I don't want to be sounding cocky or whatever or nothing like that. Don't get me wrong. Because when I talk to Tracy, Tracy's like, oh, you're an influencer and you help people. And I'm like, I've done so much with this crochet craft, right? You know, I've been doing and business. I've been self-employed 25 years. So, and that's the crochet has only been 12 years, but self-employment is 25 years. When I 25 years ago, I said working for people is not for me.
Mhm.
And it is a hard thing to be self-employed.
Mhm.
Um, even with this now, having an art, it becomes difficult because there's so many challenges and things that you have to contend with every single day. And sometimes you have to do everything if you cannot hire someone to do for you.
Right.
Um, but I feel like I am at a point where I need someone who is higher than me or in a different space than me to say,
Different. Different.
this is where you need to be, if
Hmm.
that makes sense.
Hmm.
So, you know, because I've been doing it for so long and I've got a lot of experience. And some people will say things and I'll be like, I know that already. Like, you're not telling me nothing new. Tell me something that I don't know already. So I need someone on a different playing field to say, okay, let's shift this direction or let's shift in this direction.
And so, Jamie, you know, when I was getting ready to open the boutique the first time, I got a business coach.
Yeah,
She,
that crazy that lady.
yeah. Let's be nice. And so,
I'm glad. I want to say I'm glad you took her off your pin post. When I saw it, I said, "Thank God," because I was sick of looking at her face. But go ahead.
okay. So she was not crochet related. She was
Right.
just business related, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she was the one that taught me a lot of things about getting on Instagram and about getting my email set up and things like
Mm-hmm.
that, which
Mm-hmm.
kind of she's the one that influenced me to start putting on my clothes and showing them on a regular body instead of on a mannequin.
Hmm.
Uh, and I was the only one that could do it at the time because we were under quarantine, so
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't around anybody because I lived alone. So I just threw them on me. But
Right.
so they actually, I'm going to Oklahoma in May for a conference. And it's just business related conference. It's not crochet related, but it's going to
Mm-hmm.
help me in my business endeavors to like move forward because we have to have multiple streams, but within the crochet, like there are multiple things we can be doing within crochet or knitting to bring
Mm-hmm.
in income, like patterns, pop up. I mean, you know, it's all kinds of
Mm-hmm.
things. So we just sometimes, like you said, we need to talk to other people like Gary, like Alicia, to and like how I'm telling you all the time, get your butt on YouTube, Jamie. Tell us this, tell us that. Like people, okay, you guys, I met Jamie. I was seeing her on Facebook. I'm not really a Facebook person anymore, but that was before Instagram became big. And I heard that she was going to be at the knitting tree. So I went to the knitting tree. I was so excited. She was like a superstar to me. Oh my God, Jamie, Barnett Crochet. Right. So I went there to meet her and I
Okay.
felt like she kind of brushed me off, like, oh, who you?
Uh
How
oh.
dare you, Jamie?
I told her this. I told her. And so, but she did compliment me on my purse I made. She was like, y'all, look at this purse, blah, blah, blah. So then she was going to be at another, you were at that pop up over downtown across from whatever. So far,
Oh
not
yeah, at downtown LA somewhere,
yeah. You
crazy area
next to
somewhere.
Tracy. You were in the booth next to
Staples Center or
Staple.
something across the street.
No longer Staple, but
Right.
so I followed her there. I was like, oh, she there. I'm going there. I was like, her and Tracy Ambrose, you gonna be my friend. I'm gonna like I was so impressed. So Jamie is an influencer. I don't know why she does not know this, but you
Look
Well,
at you see Alicia look up like, really, Jamie? You up here telling me that, and then you don't know yourself.
right. Yeah.
well, and
I know.
you said like I want someone higher. I think you just need different perspectives because it doesn't have to be someone higher.
Maybe that's what I mean. I don't know the word, but perspective
Yeah,
is a better term. Yeah,
because
someone
it can just
who
be someone coming from a different angle. Then
right.
it
She
doesn't have
wants
to
somebody who makes good money to teach her how to make that good money too.
Yeah,
be.
that
That's
That
right.
part.
there's
So
no
I don't
level
want
to it.
somebody to come in and tell me something like, okay, you need an email base. Like, okay, like
All right.
I already know that. So tell me something I don't know already. Or you need to do flyers. Okay, I do. So I don't want them to be looking on the same level of what I'm already doing, or say,
Yeah.
let me design. Some people say, oh, I design flyers, and they design a flyer and it's trash. It's like that's not even going to work for me. So I need someone, a better price, say a different perspective or a different view, who's going to come in
Mhm.
and look at what we're doing differently, not someone who's going to tell me something I already know, because
Yeah.
that is like, I'm paying
Yeah,
for
'cause
this
it
and
could be
I already
someone
know.
from outside the crochet world who's like, I don't know anything about this, but if I were in your shoes, I would do this
Yeah,
other thing to
so
try
it's
to
like that.
find, yeah, yeah.
A couple years ago, no, it was last year, I went to the Crochet Business Summit. One of the speakers, her name is Hortense. I believe she is knitting with chopsticks. She is one of the speakers there. And she doesn't Instagram, she doesn't social media. All she does is write patterns and post that stuff on Pinterest. She makes over
Mhm.
6 figures. And her
Mhm.
class was work smarter, not harder. She's managed to streamline her time and figure out where her money is coming from. She realized, when I post on Instagram, when I look into the algorithm, I'm not getting any views to my websites. I'm not getting any. So she put
Mhm.
all her efforts into Pinterest.
Mm.
Me, I
Mhm.
can't do that because my followers, I have to put more of my efforts into YouTube. Everybody knows you from a different platform.
That's
Right,
right.
So,
exactly. Yeah,
Mhm.
and YouTube is your jam,
Yeah.
hmm,
because she had them people up there. She had like 50, 60 people up there on Sunday morning, and that's early. I was like, oh Lord, I'm still asleep. I don't be on there. They'll
no,
see.
remember, because you California, I'm
I know. I
The,
know. I
the
know.
East Coast people don't understand the California. I have like these people are like, let's do a 9 a.m. meeting. I'm like, no, sir, I
No,
cannot do a
I ain't
6
gonna be able to
a.m.
do it.
Zoom call
Uh-uh.
for you.
I'm asleep. So what time is your stream? Was at 9 or 10? I think we made it 10 o'clock, which was 12 or something your time, right?
oh, for me, when we did yours, my lives were, what was it? When we did yours, it was 2 o'clock. I officially moved it to 4, but when we were doing it, it was 2 o'clock my time. So -3, that'd be 11 o'clock your time,
No,
11,
I
10.
came on at 10. I think I came on at 10.
Oh, because you had to go somewhere.
I
So we
had to
had to
go.
go
Yeah.
early. So yeah, that's why.
Mhm. Yeah. If it was Saturday, it probably would have been, but Sunday, yeah, I can't do Sundays, like, depending
I'm
on what I
changing it
have
to
to
the
do.
week somehow. I don't know what day, but I'm going to change it to the week.
Or you could probably do like a Friday night.
Probably, but I'm young and single.
Oh,
I got
I
things to
got
do.
hot dates to go. I ain't mad at it. I ain't even mad at it. I'm up here with the old, what y'all doing? Y'all ain't doing nothing, me neither. It's Friday night. So I ain't got nothing. I don't got no hot dates. So I understand. Who is my mentor? You're asking me, Vaughn? I don't have a mentor. I mean, I take tips from Tracy. I take tips from Gary. I've taken tips from Alicia. Like, I take tips from people, but I don't really have someone to come in and look and say, okay, Jamie, what are
Or,
you
or
doing? Like, I don't have that.
maybe Vaughn is asking who my mentor is, the one that
Oh, your mentor. Oh, never mind.
name that shall not be named.
No, forget it. I got hot mess. Yeah.
Can I be a bum if you don't mind? Since I am, you know, different coast time.
Yes.
It's 11 o'clock here. Do you mind if
Yes.
I?
No problem. No
Oh,
problem.
And
I appreciate you coming on this fine Saturday evening. Tell the people where they can find you because if they don't know you, they can check you out.
oh, and Jamie, thank you so much for having me on here.
Thank you for
Jamie's one of
coming.
my crochet homies. I don't know. Well, of course, none of you guys would know this. I am an antisocial person, so I don't know too many other crochet people. I
Really?
don't. It's like I know you. I know like maybe four other crocheters, and that's it. Mm.
Mm.
So thank you for bringing me into your little crochet world. I appreciate this. And guys,
Thank
you
you.
can find me everywhere:
it was
Facebook,
great.
Instagram, TikTok, which I'm never on because I don't understand it. But at Little John Yarns, at that down there, you'll find me. That was it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
that's her. She has YouTube. She got everything, but she's usually does her podcast like on YouTube when she gets it going, she'll let y'all know again.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
Thank you
Bye.
so much. I'll see you in Pittsburgh. Well, hopefully before then.
Oh,
that was nice.
She's so I love her. It was so nice when I went to Pittsburgh. All the people just came out and I thought that was so nice.
She wasn't the one that gave you that crochet bag with the crochet face on the front of it.
No, that's Ruby Baby.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Ruby Baby. Angie. She's the one who gave me that bag.
Okay.
She's another one that's, fantastic. She's fantastic with the hoops.
Yeah, so
With
you
the hooks, I mean.
this
So
more often and bring different people on so we can meet all the different crochet people that you know, because
absolutely.
I'm kind of like Alicia. I'm in my little bubble. I don't really know a lot of people.
Yeah. I mean, I know a few people. I mean, like I said, some of these people have been with me for a long time. And some of the people I've met the way you met me. You came up to me and introduced yourself, like Vicky.
Hmm.
Um, Vicky, I'm having a brain fart for the moment, but it was the
hook.
same thing. She came up to me and she said, I'm one of your followers. You don't know me. And I was like, oh, okay.
Hmm.
I got to
Y'all,
start doing better.
y'all know Tanya Karin, Yarn Gone Wild Yarn Crafts.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I'll text you later. But you should look. You should check out her. She does these amazing hats. Like
Oh,
not they're works of art. These crochet hats. She worked on a crochet along with me. She did a hat for me that would also doubled as a cowl. You could do it either way. You could do it as a cowl or you could do it as a
mm.
hat. And she's based in she was in Charlotte. I think she's in Cincinnati now. But she's an amazing, amazing designer. That if you're gonna keep the pajama party going, I think she would be
Okay.
a great
Please
guest.
make the connection.
Yeah,
Please
I
make the
will.
connection
I
because
will.
we want different people to come up and like share their gifts and if they want to get more followers and because we're just a sense of community. We're not messy. We want to just like be encouraging. So
Right.
Yeah.
absolutely, I'm all for it. And yeah, we need to keep because people. I mean, there's one lady. She asked me every week, "When you going live?" And I'd
Hmm.
be like, "Man, I don't want to because I don't have nothing to talk about. Like, life got in the way, and I was caregiving and all kinds of things and
Mm.
stuff. So I just didn't have it in me. But this is kind of how I got, like I said, I got started having the following. This is from like 10 years ago.
Hmm.
Going live and just
Yeah,
crocheting
be
because
little office, and you'd be making things or rearranging
Mhm.
and I was just watching all the time. That's how I started following you.
That's how many people got your hook. I was like having a brain fart. I know who you
Vaughn,
are, but
Vaughn was asking you to show us your hat. I don't know if you're talking about the hat that Tanya designed for me. I I made mine a cowl and I gave it to someone, so I don't have it with me. But it hooked Yarn Gone Wild Yarn Craft on Instagram and on Ravelry. But this is the hat. This is the hat I'm working on right now. It is.
oh, okay.
It's going to be this. All that's that. But it's going to be a little bucket hat, granny stripe bucket hat, because I'm going out to the desert in a couple weeks to a tennis tournament, and um,
Nice.
I don't know if it shows up on Instagram, but I'm not one for a lot of sun directly on me. Um,
Gary, were you working on that hat when you came to the boutique?
No.
Okay, I'm about to
No.
say you didn't do anything. You had a hat you were working on.
I probably did. It was probably a knit hat though, not a crochet hat. This
Okay.
is crochet. It's called the Supersonic hat by a designer called Martin up north. And I just did my color change. I finished the crown. I'm gonna start going down the side. So
It's a
I
granny
have
square.
granny stripes. So you do clusters. You do
Oh,
clusters, and
oh,
then you do a
gotcha.
row of single crochet. And I think what's going to happen is then you start doing clusters all the way around. But I'm going to do it in like five different colors. I've got the navy, the olive, and then these. That I'm gonna.
It's cotton.
Mm-hmm.
It's the cotton linen.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
okay.
Bernat.
But,
Who'd you get that from?
oh, this is knit picks.
Oh, nitpicks.
Knit or we crochet is the crochet is the
Oh,
pro.
okay, gotcha. Mm,
But it's and then I have some wire to put in the rim.
damn.
The other one I'm doing is a raffia. I'm doing a crochet raffia sun hat that called "Worn That Way" by Wool and the Gang. So, but
Mm,
that one I can only do a couple of rounds on it with that. I don't know if you've ever worked with
hmm.
raffia, but whew,
It's a little rough on the hands. I started a bag and I was like, put that down.
no, I could do a couple. It's hard on your hands. And
It is.
not just the abrasiveness because that's hard too, but it's
Yeah,
work.
it's work. Yeah, that's what it's just work.
And
Beautiful, but work.
cool. I saw Jamie had mimicked it, has sunflower clusters. Yeah, I think it's going to be similar. Don't you have a picture? I do somewhere have a picture of it, but I don't know how to post a picture of it in here or to find it. But I'll it's oh god, I'll look up the name of it and I'll tell you what it is on Ravelry, and then I've got to go because all of a sudden my nose has started to
Hmm.
come
Starting to
back.
run, probably from looking down and stuff, working.
It could be. Let me see. Tanya.
So I just finished a purse. Well, I didn't finish it. I started a purse about 2 years ago, and it's been done. I just needed someone to crochet the lining inside and to
Oh.
crochet the leather flap because I'm always trying to do something.
Hmm.
So it's been sitting like ready, right? I just needed that part done. And I took it with me to Florida and had my mom do it while I was there. So this is it. It's raffia.
Oh, girl,
Ooh.
look at that button on there,
Yep, it has this little I don't even know what.
like bone, like a tooth.
Mm,
Yes.
yes.
And this is like leather. It's like a crackled brown leather, but the turquoise shows up under it.
Hmm.
And my mom my mom and my sister, but they just sewed it and put a little lining with the pocket inside for me.
Very cute.
I have so many projects like that just been sitting like done, right? But it needed like a lining or it needed something, and I just like I have dresses that I might need to put a lining. I made pockets, but I need somebody to sew the pockets in, or just sitting. It's crazy. I don't know.
Hmm.
Is anybody else like that? That yeah.
I do, but I got a lady that does it for me. So I have two bags I finished,
Oh, you
and I
told me.
have my friend down the street. So I said, I have two purses. I want you to line for me.
Yeah.
Okay, and I said, there's no rush because I'm gonna do them for June show. But
Mm-hmm.
I just take them to her and she does it. And I have a fur bag that is a clutch, and it needs some type of hardware on the outside, and I don't really know what to do with it. It's lined, it's finished, but it needs something, and
Well,
I
let
don't
me
really
get
know.
like send me a picture or FaceTime me tomorrow or whatever.
Okay.
Let me get it so I can see what
Yeah,
you.
give me some because that's my creativity is like I've been holding on to it, and I
Mm-hmm.
had a chain on it, and I said no, it just is it's taken away from it, and I had a button on it, and I said no, that's not it. So I don't know what to do with the front,
Mm-hmm. Like
but
this button,
yeah,
I don't even know where I found that button, but I was like, okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna throw, just
that's dope.
find little things and then I figure out and make it work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really nice. I love making bags too, but I still get here and I'll be like, oh, what do I do? But I got fabric and buttons. And speaking that you even showed that, because I saw one on Pinterest that was like a skinny version of that. So it's a skinnier one, and it
Hmm.
had the leather flap. And I said, oh, that would be dope. Like if I
Yeah.
did that for the summer, for like the
Hmm.
June show, that would probably really sell. But I was
Yeah.
like, where would I get the leather pieces from? Like I don't know.
Well, you know that leather store downtown.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, on
Funky
Maple.
leather down there, and you can buy like little, just little pieces that are big enough. Like they sell them for like $1 or two or whatever. It's a big bin, so
Hmm.
yeah, we can get together one day and go down there because I need to get some more pieces
See
of
the creativity, it just be like that.
So I couldn't find. I don't know how to post it into the thing, but I found. So here. Oh, this is good. So this is the hat. I don't know if it can show through.
Oh, cute.
It's called Save the Bun hat. Uh,
So is it a open? It's a
Open up on the top because she has big braids. She has a big. I'll see if I can find another picture of it. Um, but yeah, so it's open up at the top, but not all of hers are. So yeah, here's a better in a different colorway. Um,
Oh, okay. That's nice.
yeah, there you go.
Very nice. Okay, yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's the Save Devon hat, the one that she did for me. But she has amazing
Come
head.
on, let's add her to the crew too. Add her
Head-
to the list.
I'll make the connection.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
The more the
Tanya Kerman,
merrier.
she's great. So, but I'm gonna head out because I'm feeling the weight of the flu on me. So,
Yes. Well, you feel better. Thank
All
you
right.
so
this is
much.
so much fun.
Appreciate you for coming on. Love y'all for coming
Love
on.
you
I'm just
too.
like so grateful and honored that y'all was like, yeah, I'll do it. And I'm like, yay.
Yay.
I love it. I got some friends.
I'll
Oh,
see Tracy. I'll see you on the first for sure.
okay.
All right.
Super. Yeah.
Okay.
Have
Thank you.
feel better.
Take care.
All
Bye bye.
All right, y'all. I'm so happy that they were able to come on.
Yeah, that was cool.
Hi, I bring it every day. Hello, everybody coming into the chat. Um, oh, that was you asking where to get the buttons.
Yeah, because Vaughn said it's Vaughn, he or she.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Vaughn said that they have those buttons. And I'm like, where'd you get it? Because I want to get more. I like it. It's very
Where did
interesting.
I see him? Well, you could probably get him downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Vaughn's a she. You could probably get him downtown LA. And then doesn't Joanne's, oh, the worst news this week.
Oh, don't say it. Don't say it.
Worst news this week,
Oh.
honey. Ugh, terrible. I think they may have a rendition of one too, because I think I saw it and I was like, oh, and probably Hobby Lobby
Okay.
if you shop there.
Yeah, I do. I
Yeah.
just, I really haven't. I'm gonna have to check it out because I've had it for years. I have all kind of notions that I just hold on to till I figure out.
Mhm. Right. You
Oh,
figure
okay.
out what you're gonna do with it.
Vicky said Hobby Lobby has them. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I know I saw them somewhere, and I was like, "Oh, those are cool," but I said, "No, that won't go on the purse." It was a fur purse. I was saying, Taffy,
Mm-hmm.
it's a purse. It might be up here somewhere, and it's just it's a little purse like this, flaps over.
Mm-hmm.
It's lined. It has a pocket inside, but I'm like, what can I put on the outside to make it, you know,
Yeah.
for
Or
99 cents?
now the thing is charms.
Mhm.
So you can
Mhm.
hang dangle
It's
charm.
chunky. It's chunky.
Oh, okay.
Kind of chunky. Not it's chunky. No, it's chunky. It's a chunky. It's chunky, like probably like your bag, but it's a clutch.
Okay. Okay.
So
Well,
that's the part I'm just trying to figure out. Like
let me
I'm not
look at it.
sure.
But the chunky's in now. All that fur and those big chunky hats and all that.
Hmm.
That's trending now. So that'll be cool.
Yeah. It's funny. I love making purses. I don't know why I get into this funk when I'm in this house. I'm just like, I don't know what to do. But all my bags always sell. They always sell. They just take so long sometimes to get the process going. And that's why when I went to your place, I said, oh, I love all the clutches and things. All the raffia or the cord. Amazon has a nice cord that's a little bit softer than Hobby Lobby's craft cord
Mm-hmm.
they have, a little
Mm-hmm.
bit softer on the hands and makes nice bags. because I made a bag. It was from an Italian designer. Now I didn't post it because it's still nice. It just, when you make something, you just like, you know how that goes.
Yeah.
But it was a beautiful bag, and the cord that I used from Amazon, I think I used like a 2 millimeter craft cord, worked really, really well. So I want to get some more of those, but
And this purse, Jamie, is 4 granny squares.
oh, okay. It's
Just
really,
four
really nice.
squares connected together, and boom, there you go.
Now you're gonna put like a strap for the wrist.
So I have this little uh hook
Let me
here.
see.
I was thinking about putting a. I have like a suede tassel that's this color, and so I was thinking about attaching that on there.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So,
Very
ooh,
cute.
yeah, I don't
No,
know.
I did that. You good? You good? That's why I wanted
I
to see the
was
purse
like,
so close.
yeah. So I don't. I should put some kind of, but I don't even know if I have any more of this raffia to make a handle. So it'll just have to be, you know,
Hmm.
or I don't even know where I got it from. So I don't know how to match it. Like I said, it's been done for a couple of years. It's just been sitting there. So,
Mm. Who's that? Sifting some oil and more. Hello.
mhm,
I understand. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
yeah.
Trying to figure out. You could probably do a chain link or something or some gold. I don't know.
Oh, right.
You can always mix and match stuff because it don't matter no more. Like people
Yeah,
just put
yeah.
whatever
This
together and
little metal part is gold too, so I could do that.
yeah, it's really nice. I sure did. It's funny you showed that. I saw some on Pinterest because I'm always on there looking, and I said, "Oh, let me tell you." So a couple years ago, there was a lady who was selling yarn. I don't know if y'all saw on my Instagram and Facebook when my trunk was full of yarn that
Mhm.
I had acquired from this place downtown. Now, this woman is
Oh yeah, yeah. Mhm.
she's a knitter. She knits on the machine. She made Michelle Obama's inauguration suit. I was told the
Okay.
burgundy suit that she made that suit for her. And she had all these rolls of different yarns from Italy and all these places. And I went down there and she was giving the stuff away. And I went down there twice. I picked some up for someone who commissioned me to come and get some for her, and then
Mhm.
I said I can use the stuff myself. So I started throwing stuff in my bucket. Well, I mean, I just started throwing stuff in the car and in bags because it was so much stuff. She had
Mhm.
so much, and I think I sold some to some of y'all in the chat too.
Gave me a big
Um,
thing of pink too. Didn't you
yes,
give
the pink, yeah,
me?
that, and in some of that is I did a bag. It's linen. And
Mm.
so I did and it was bad too. I did a nice bag with 4 strands of the linen, like a little flap, and I added the gold hardware, like the snap when you snap your stuff in, and I
Mhm.
put a gold chain on it, and that thing was bad. I said, "Oh, I need to make that again," and that sold like stuff like that sold quick,
Right.
you know. I probably should see if I can crochet some earrings with that. What kind of materials is these? Are linen earrings. This is
Right.
couture. It's linen.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, it was some linen that I got from her. So some of them I kept for myself because I knew that, I'm not gonna find it nowhere and the colors were a certain way and things like that. So I was like, okay, I was good with keeping it. But I want to make some more than bags like that you got because I think they're fire.
And they're quick
Uh,
makes.
yeah, that's
Real
true.
quick. If you're making 4 granny squares and connecting, boom, you going.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
really dope. That's really
And
dope.
it's gonna
So
be
what
great for summer because that's when people really wear raffia like that in the summer.
yeah. And being that we live here in California too, it's hot. So
Yeah, for the most part. But I came back Thursday night and I was like, "What is it raining? What?"
you came back in the storm.
Well,
How
I think
was
it
how
was
was that?
it was subsiding when I got here. I was
Oh, okay.
so I missed the
Ooh-wee.
part of it
Yeah,
because
it rained all day long.
oh, I'm glad I wasn't here, man.
All day long and hard rain. I'm not talking about some little drops. I mean, it was an atmospheric river, like I said. It's like a thing, whoo, and it just was
Well,
pouring.
she lives in Inglewood. She said it wasn't that bad.
Oh, it was bad here. It
Huh.
was raining.
And I did see it was some mudslides from the fire. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I didn't tap into the news, but oh yeah, it was like it sounded like my friend. It sounded like you frying chicken
Oh my
out
goodness.
there. Like it was pouring. I was like, sheesh.
Come on. Yeah. Um. Man. Well, I'm glad I caught the tail end of it because yeah, I didn't want.
Now, were you sick when you got home, or were you sick before you left?
I got sick the night before. While I was trying to
Oh.
sleep, I kept coughing, and I was like, "Huh, this is weird. Where's this coming from?" And then when I was on the plane, I was still kind of slightly coughing, but I had this monstrous headache. Like it felt like my head was gonna explode,
Mm,
and I kept sleeping but waking. We were on that plane so long they did 3 beverage services.
mm.
I've never seen them do but it was because the weather was so bad. They had to go like a different route or something.
Oh,
I
was it?
did.
Did you have a layover coming back?
So I did have a layover coming back, and we got there 45 minutes early, and then my layover was 2 hours, so that was 2 hours and 45 minutes. Then we got on the plane, and then the pilot said we had to go like a different route around, and that was going to take us a little longer. I don't know how. I lost all track of time. I said, are we just lost in space? Are we ever going to like? I just was confused.
He was like, we
I,
went over the river and through the woods, get back to
man,
California.
I mean, I felt like I was on Island 3 hour tour. Like, what is going on? I and I kept going to sleep, and I was waking up, and we were still on the plane. I was
Oh,
screaming,
I'll be mad.
what is happening? It was crazy. So I was so happy to get off that plane.
Yeah, I don't like flying nowhere. I know you say you get up there and you fall asleep, but see, if
Oh
I wake up and I still be on there, I'll be mad as heck. Like, get me out this tube. I can't
no,
stand it. I hate it.
and somebody got sick, and they was asking people, "Is anybody a die?" I said, "Oh Lord, we need to get off of here."
Oh,
It was
oh
crazy. But then
no.
we did the layover when I was going to Florida. On the second leg, it was 97 children.
Oh
They had
no.
went on some trip to Baltimore to go see the Capitol and all that. 90. I said, "Oh, this ain't gonna work. This ain't go." They was running all around and skipping and jumping and eating snacks. It was paper. I said, "Oh Lord!" And then when I got in my seat, then the lady came with 2 kids, and they was about to sit next to me. I must have gave her the craziest look because she said, "Come on, babies, come on."
You're not gonna sit here.
I said,
Ooh, they
"You
thought they was on the bus. They
yeah,
know they was in the plane.
stuck on this plane for 2 hours sitting next to these kids. It ain't happening." Mm-mm.
That
So,
should have made it. Was they screaming and hollering and stuff? I mean, or was they?
well, when we were waiting for the flight, yes. But once we got on the plane, I could hear chattering. They laughing and joking and playing games or whatever. I did hear that. They weren't
Yeah.
so bad. And then eventually some of them fell asleep. So,
Ooh, child, I ain't be able to do it.
97 children.
So all y'all up here at one time. Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
that on a plane. I ain't never seen no kids going on no plane to take no trip. Now that's new.
Yeah, it was 90.
They
They had,
doing new stuff.
yeah, it was crazy. I was saying they were all from West Palm Beach, Florida. So they were headed back home. So,
Oh, that's Florida stuff then, because ain't no Baltimore children going no Florida for nothing.
okay.
So yeah, ain't no Cali children going nowhere neither. So yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. It's a different breed.
Yeah, but they were going to the Capitol and all the monuments and whatever out
Well, that
there.
was fun.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So,
Something different to do rather than sitting in school all day.
yeah,
Oh, that is too funny. She said 97 children.
97. Said, good Lord.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I hate flying as much as I've jet set it through countries and going back and forth to New Jersey and things. I don't like it. I
Mm,
don't like to fly. I don't like the experience. When I go to sleep and because I don't sleep well, and so when I lay there and go to sleep and wake up, I'm like, dang, I'm still in this thing. I
mm-hmm,
hate it. I hate it here. But I'm like, I'm nervous flyer. I've always been a nervous
mm,
flyer. The first time I got on a plane was when I was 14 coming to California from New Jersey. And that was like, okay. and I've always been scared of heights and stuff. So like that was my first, adventure coming on a plane. But I mean, I've been to Brazil, I've been to France, I've been to London, I've been to Florida, going back and forth to New Jersey. Yeah, I've traveled in between to Spain, I've jet set at different places, but I don't like it up there. I'll be
Oh,
like,
wow.
get me out of here. Get me out.
I don't have a problem with it. And I like the window seat because I like to look out at the window and,
Mm-mm.
all that. Yeah.
Give me the aisle seat. She be like, can I get a window
Yep,
seat?
there you go. Yep.
I'm like, I want to get up and go to see. I'm thinking about going to the bathroom. And
Oh.
the window seat probably is better for me to sleep. But
Mm,
when I got to get up to go to the bathroom or stretch my legs out, I can't do it in the window seat because I'm
mm,
tall. So
mm.
if I probably was shorter, I probably would be okay. But I'm tall, and I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I got to climb over two people.
Yeah, yeah,
That'd be too much. Just too much pressure for me. I can't. It's too much.
yeah.
So I'll be like, oh, please give me an aisle seat. Please give me an aisle seat.
And
And I
I'm
might
praying
get
for a window seat. So there,
it.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, but I remember one time I was so nervous. There was some times where I was nervous. One time I took the train all the way to New Jersey because I was like, I can't do this.
Mm.
But one time I was so nervous, and I remember turning the TV on, and my favorite show was on. Y'all probably heard the story. My favorite show was Sanford and Son. That's my favorite show. It was on, and it was the episode. If you guys are familiar, hey Melanie's dolls.
Mm.
Um, it was the episode where he was in an airplane. I don't know if you ever seen that episode when he's flying the airplanes his first time flying, and he is scared to death, and he just acting so crazy. And so I'm sitting there watching it because I'm sympathizing, like, yeah, this is me totally. Like, I feel just like he feels, even though he's acting, I feel exactly like he feels. And he's sitting there, and Lamont is like, I can't take you no place. He's so aggravated with him. And he was like, I ain't gonna make it. And I fell out laughing so loud. The people looked at me and started to look for the station because they bored on a plane. They looking for, oh, she wanted to San Francisco. Let me try to find it. I fell out laughing because the way he expressed how nervous he was how I was feeling on the inside.
Oh my goodness.
He was like, I need an oxygen mask. You got an oxygen mask? Like he was freaking out. I ain't gonna make it. And I just was like, I feel the same.
Coming to visit you, Elizabeth.
I'm coming to join you. In a 747, because I'm telling you, I was like, get me out of here. Like I can't. Oh, I don't know why I get myself so worked up. It's
I don't
crazy.
know. I just get on there and chill, go to sleep. I get
Man.
when I'm sleeping, miss the snacks. I be like, did nobody wake me up? Where's my juice? Where's my crackers?
It ain't gonna wake you up for no juice and crackers. So you
Man,
be pressing them out. What you
my,
wake me up for? Well,
I
don't
have.
you want a soda?
Can I at least get some juice? What's happening?
I
Yeah.
know, right? It's crazy. And I think I've only had like two flights where I was like, this is a great 5 hour flight. One of them I had two glasses of wine and it kicked in for some reason. Most of the
Mm,
time the wine don't do nothing. But this particular time we were having plane trouble. And so I just sat at the bar and I had a glass of wine. And they said, your plane's not ready. And I said, well, if we're gonna die, let me be sweet. So I had another glass of wine and I got on that plane and I was like, how you doing? Well, I fell asleep and woke up. It was 1 hour left. I said, this is the type of flight I need. I don't
oh,
have to fear nothing. I'm about to get off this sucker. And then the next time was decent when you have internet access and you're able to like chat with people in the world.
mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, my flight's over. Like that was pretty good because I think I was talking to like Gatanya and some other people, like, what y'all doing out there? And I'm on the plane and and it
Right.
made the time go by because I can't even crochet. Like, it's not like
Mm-mm.
I can sit there and relax and crochet and like I'm working on so and so. Like, I just be like, give me my ginger ale, give me them nice cookies y'all got,
Right.
and then what's next? I
So
start watching.
I want to ask people. So I saw this reel, and this lady was talking about she has a bag, and her bag has all this stuff in it, like whatever her hobby is, and it's called a, what does she call it? Like it's just a bag to like keep you sane, or a comfort bag.
Comfort bag, yeah. My sister has that.
Yeah, I have to have a bag with me everywhere I go with two or three different types of yarn, a whole kit full of crochet hooks and scissors and what, and most of the time I might not even use it. I just have to take this bag with me. Like I had yarn with me on the plane. I don't think I crocheted because I was looking out the window. I fell asleep. Does anybody else do that, or is it just like
I
me?
need to do that. I'm so not prepared with anything. My sister is like that. My
Oh,
sister, anytime
scrapbook.
we go somewhere, no, no, no. She takes her happy planners. She has a pencil. She writes whatever her thoughts are. So her pad or whatever she wants to write, her list of whatever she wants to do. She has a magazine, a book, or she'll have a bag. And she
Mm,
always packs her bag. Like that's her safety net of things to do. I, on the other hand, do not do that. I don't know
mm.
why. I'm trying. I don't even have like a crochet bag to grab and go. Like,
Okay.
how pitiful is that? I'm just,
Oh, it's a couple of people on here. Melanie's Dolls and
mhm,
D. They do it.
mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
I have to have a bag with, and I don't know why I take so many projects with me. Oh, okay, let me take this project and let me take this ball of yarn because I'm not gonna do any of that. But I have to lug this bag. I'm trying to get better about it because it's just heavy. It's a waste of time. You know.
You might have to just streamline your bag a little more.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh yeah.
if it makes you feel good and keeps you, feeling sane for the day, maybe that is what you need.
It is my comfort bag. It's like you say you don't stress crochet,
Mm-mm.
but I do. I crochet so that I won't murder. Right.
It saved people's life.
Yeah, and it saves my life too. Like I have to. I'm like I haven't crocheted the last couple of days because I was asleep. I literally slept 12 hours
Hmm.
last night. When I woke up, I missed most of Valentine's Day yesterday. I woke up and everybody's happy Valentine. I missed all of that. I was knocked out asleep.
Hmm.
So
You needed that.
I did, but I drugged myself. I took some NyQuil and then I waited an hour or so and then I turned around and took a melatonin gummy.
Oh Lord.
And I don't know what I thought I was doing. I didn't eat yesterday, so that was all that was in my system. I was cold knocked out. I mean, out. So
Do you feel better?
I feel a little better, but I'm still coughing. But it's weird. Like I'm not blowing my nose. I don't really feel congestion, but I'm coughing. It's like a dry cough.
Hmm.
So, and just really lethargic. Like I hate to say it, but I don't think I'm going to the boutique tomorrow. I don't have coverage. That's the other thing. But I just don't. I haven't been out the house since I returned Thursday night. I've literally been in the bed.
You have to be in the bed. If you're sick, you gotta stay home. You can't
Yeah,
be
yeah,
out in the street.
yeah. I just been. I got up this morning because I didn't even bathe, and I usually go to take a bath before. You know, I was sick if I didn't take a bath. Even if I'm in the house all day, I still have to take a bath.
Right.
But I slept through all of that, so I woke up this morning, took a bath. It gave me a little energy, but then I was back laying down. So, you
Yeah.
know,
Sometimes the only thing you can do is just rest.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
When I get my fevers, my allergy fevers or whatever these things, the only thing I can do is sleep.
yeah,
Because there's nothing I can take. I mean, I have my nasal spray, I have, cough medicine. Because I was coughing, like I had a little fever a couple days ago. They're always low grade, they last for like 24 hours or something. Because I
mhm,
start feeling achy and I'm like, oh, what's wrong with me? And I'll be thinking it's menopause symptoms. I'll be like, what's wrong? It's weird.
mm-hmm,
And then sometimes when I take the Tylenol and it goes down, then there's nothing, or sometimes my nose will feel stuffy like inside somewhere and there's
mm-hmm,
nothing happening. Like there's nothing happening. Then like it went away and then I think it came back like the day after. And so I took another Tylenol. Then I start coughing. Well, it's a dry cough.
right,
It's then sometimes it's a wet cough, but the cough stems from right here. I've
mm,
been dealing with that for years.
yeah,
So sometimes when I have a fever and no symptoms, the only thing I can do is sleep. And that's what I'll do. And I'll sleep it off and then it'll go away the next day. So weird.
yeah.
So your body like, has to recuperate and
And then Florida is a 3 hour time difference.
yeah.
So when it's 9 o'clock there, it's 6 o'clock here, and they're up with the chickens and they want me. I think I was just tired too, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
You
trying to
ripping and running.
do all the things and being on the different time zones and flying across and come. Yeah, it took me out. I'm not as young
And
to be.
what was the weather?
Beautiful, sunny. It wasn't too hot. It was very bearable.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, it was just nice. This was the first trip that I went to the beach.
Okay.
And it was a beautiful beach. I just made a little quick little reel and popped it up on YouTube about my little trip with my crazy mom. She was turning 83. So
Oh yes, I remember.
yeah. So it was beautiful out there. Yeah, the people are nice, but they don't wear masks and they don't believe in uh 6 degrees of separation. They right hi,
All
hi,
on top
hi.
of you.
It's like good look, can you excuse me?
Back up.
Yeah, the lady came to take my order at the restaurant. I said, "Are you hard?" I didn't. I said in my brain, I was like, "Are you hard of hearing? Get back! I can tell you from." So I don't know who gave it to me, but whatever they socked it to me. I'm like,
You
good
see
man.
any scissors over there anywhere? Yeah. And was it cold like when you went into places?
Not
Because you
really.
know, in the summertime in Florida, when you go in somewhere, you feel that whoof.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Was it like that or was it not really?
I
Because
don't
it could
think
have
so.
been the
No,
AC.
when we went to the beach, it was very windy.
Oh, okay.
But it wasn't a so much cold windy, but it was windy.
Oh, okay.
But I don't. Yeah. Oh, in my sister's house, she kept having the air conditioner, and I did. Oh, that's probably what it was. Cause I
That's
said
probably what it was.
yes, my fingertips was freezing, and you know. And my sister is 10 years younger than me, but she's going through menopause. See, I don't have the sweats and
No,
all of.
gotcha.
She
Oh,
got a
thanks.
fan in every room. She got a little tiny fan in her car. So it's always
Ooh,
super.
child.
So that's probably what it
That's
was.
probably what it was. All that too much
Hmm.
air. That's what
Yeah.
they do to me in Pittsburgh when I be sharing the hotel. Jeannie be having the air down at 62. I'll be like, wait a minute. I get up in the middle of the night and be put it back up. It's too low. I can't we can't sleep on 62. It's too
Man.
cold. It's too cold.
Yeah, it
And
was.
I like it. I sleep sometime in the summertime here with the fan on because we're upstairs.
Hmm.
But yeah, I can't. It can't do it too cold. Like I gotta be a little reasonable with it. But them
Yeah.
ladies, they be wanting that air. But I'll be like, oh Lord, they trying to kill me.
Now it's funny because I don't get the sweats, but at night I do sleep with the fan most of the time, or the window open. Sometimes both.
Mm-hmm.
Even if
Okay.
it's raining or cold. Now I do have to have that, but um, yeah, I don't have the menopausal symptoms of like the breaking out. Oh, she'll just sit there and all of a sudden she's fanning and got a
Ooh,
little
yeah.
expression on her face. I'm like, oh boy, what's going
No,
on?
I ain't doing it. But I mean, I did while my mother was with me. I was like, it's hot up in here. And she'd be like, it's cold, which it is cold downstairs. I will give her that. But Jeannie said, I'll be hot. I know you be hot. You hot, mama. I know. But I was like, 62. Wait a minute.
Right,
Hey, do 62.
man.
So
Yeah.
this is what I've been working on, y'all. See, I've been getting somewhere.
Pretty, pretty.
I'm getting this is a panel, and then this is the back of my sweater I'm working on. Yeah, look at me. I'm actually doing something, y'all. Can you believe it? I've had
Hmm.
this for a couple years now. So this is the back of the sweater. So I'm making one of those cardigan, the long one. I'm making one of those. This is my sweater. So
That's
I've
gonna
been
be
making swears. Because
yeah.
I said, sometimes when I crochet too, I want certain colors to like excite me. So I was like, I think if I'm gonna do it, it has to be something that's gonna be exciting. And then if I add the black to it, that'll kind of break it up a little bit.
It
So
makes
this is the back.
mm-hmm.
This is the
Then
back.
you so you doing the front panels and then you have to do sleeves.
Yeah, I have to do sleeves.
What are
Yeah.
the
So
sleeves gonna be? Granny squares or just rows of
oh
granny?
child, I don't know. I ain't got that far yet. I'm still
Oh,
trying to work on the front panels. I don't know.
okay.
I don't even know. I didn't even think about that. Or it could be just a duster just without. It
Oh
could be.
yeah.
I don't know. Because this would be something for winter. I can't wear this in the summer. It's too hot here. But I have one in my closet that I bought from somebody, the crochet one with the fringes and the long sleeves, and I get a lot of compliments. And people say, "Oh, did you make that, Jamie?" And I'm like, "No, but I can." So I've been challenging myself to like make it.
Mm-hmm.
So I started this maybe 2 years ago, I think.
Oh,
And I went on vacation to a friend's house this year, and I said, let's start trying to put this thing together, but I still need like more squares. So I just been making the squares, and even if I have an excess of squares, that's okay. Because I only have like a few black ones here, and
mm-hmm.
then I've been just kind of doing these because I think that you need you need four feet. So I did them differently in the front. I did the four and put it together in a panel.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I need like two of these, I think. Like two more. And then the other side too. So
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
this is one project that, and I enjoy it, when I'm just doing nothing. So it's here. So we'll see.
Have you worked on it since we went to the Drunken Knitters uh meetup?
You mean at your place?
Yeah,
Oh
remember?
no, 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 absolutely not.
Okay, this is the first time since
This is
we.
the first time since I've, yep. Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't be because when I'm here, I'm working. I was trying to figure out how to make money, so I've been doing my beads.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't really have any orders right now. So yeah, I've been just doing that. And just trying to figure out like what to make for the summer kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to get that part together.
Oh.
Um, and really, I need to be just making earrings because it's the beginning of the year, and if I could just get ahead where when events come up, I'm not overwhelmed. I didn't even make 150 earrings, like, but if you start now, then
Right. I
you don't have
remember last
that
time you
down.
were making 150 and you were on a roll.
I did. Yeah, I'm proud of myself. I did good, but see, I shouldn't even be doing that. I should be starting from now and then just doing my thing, right?
And then when you get your wholesale orders, you can just pull from what you already have made and ship it on out.
Hmm.
Vaughn said, was talking about, I have the long granny square jacket. It's been a year, I think. Four. Okay, so Vaughn has that sweater too, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't have no yarns, Dill. I don't think so.
Have you been to Valley lately and gotten any yarn?
No, I haven't. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. I haven't really been buying anything. I need more cotton, if anything, because I got rid of a lot of my acrylic.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so if anything, I need more cotton.
Right.
She's working on 50 dolls and putting here on 20 of them. Very
Woo.
nice.
Whoa. Mm.
Afro puff keychains. Yeah, I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, I did a class on that one time at the boutique. That was pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, so I'm not alone then in my projects. I also have a cape I would like to finish. I started a cape some years ago, and I want to finish it. And it's funny because I was somewhere and my friend walked in with this beautiful vintage cape, and I said, "Girl, give me that cape." And
Mm-hmm.
I told her, I said, I have one that I started crocheting, and she was like, and I says, I started it like maybe over 5 years ago, and I haven't finished it. You gotta finish it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But a smaller cape, like it's not like a long cape like the man wanted. It's a feminine. Like I would love to have a small one, like to my knees. Like
Mm-hmm.
that would be dope. I would love that to have like one to my knees for me.
Mm-hmm.
But am I gonna do that? I'm not sure. We'll see.
I have a question about your earring kit. I think I saw a post recently where you have it in like a little
A
plastic.
bag.
Yes. Is that comparable to the box, or is this like a different?
So I have condensed it. I have stopped doing the boxes
Mm-hmm.
because it's more expensive. This one I was calling it like a mini kit. So this one just only gives you one pair of earrings and then the yarn instead
Oh,
of opposed to like four
mm-hmm.
earrings and all that yarn, because it's really supposed to be a starter, right? Like you
Right.
start it and then once you get it down pat, then you go get your own stuff, you know what I'm saying? So um I've condensed it down just to the pattern, one pair of earrings, the hook, a little gift, and the yarn.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, that's what we've been doing.
Is that what you
Um,
sold out of at the pop
yep.
up? Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to figure like what can how can we make this more affordable?
Mhm.
For me, because you a one man band trying to figure it out.
Mm.
You to do your own packaging and do my own labels. So how can I figure out how to make this like more affordable for me and then even more affordable for the people? And now I think I'm going to start putting in the 14 karat gold filled hoops inside.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think I might start doing that because there are people who ask like, what's the earring material, and their
Mm.
sensitivities and things like that. So that was like a game changer, even doing that with the earrings, the 14 karat gold filled, so they're not turning. And
Right.
if people are sensitive, have sensitivities, they're hypoallergenic and stuff like that. So that
Mm.
was a game changer. So I think I might do that this year. Hopefully before the tariffs go up, I may need to stock up.
Sure. Sure.
My sister's like, you need to stock up. I'm
Right.
like,
For
it's
real.
gonna go up. I'm like, oh, I
Man.
don't know. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now with that. So and
Mhm.
they were selling for like $20. So I was, selling for like $20 as opposed to, I mean, they was 30 something and one or two people was buying it, but this just makes it more affordable, get it in more people's hands and things like
Right.
that, you
Mhm.
know. So
Do you have
um
kits in stores as well?
the Knitting Tree has them. The new ones anyway. The Knitting Tree carries them. That's all I know of so far.
Oh, okay. Well, what about the other stores where you make earrings? Did you? Oh, are those clothing stores or are they crochet stores?
So one of them is a clothing store, the Psycha, which is not, they're closed down because of the fire. The
Oh,
rest of them are yarn shops.
okay.
Yeah,
Then
the rest of them are yarn shops.
them to carry it.
I think I probably need to. But no,
Mm.
but I guess I need to ask, like, you want to carry the kids too?
Right.
Um, Dell is saying she'll send you a box next week.
Oh, yay. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Um,
Yeah. Because
so
we're having the
yeah.
next pop up on I mean, not the next pop up, the next meetup on the 1st, which is a Saturday. So
Mhm.
hopefully that we'll get them so we can have them included in our next go round of making blankets.
Yes. Okay.
So
Yeah.
super
Um,
duper. I think I saw Classy Kim on here too. So I want to say thank you for the squares. They are so cute. You made so many. It's almost like we can do. I think Jamie, we were putting like one blanket with just her squares, right? We only
yeah.
need like a couple of extra to add to it.
Yep.
So we were going to make it like a little lap blanket or something. So thank you, Kim. And I need to reach out to you because I have a proposition. So maybe while I'm laying here sick tomorrow, I'll try to reach out to you and we can chat. Maybe I'll send you my number or we can video chat on Instagram or something if you're available tomorrow. I'll just let you know, and whenever you're available, you can reach out to me because I'll be laying here comatose. I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is a rough. How you feeling? You feeling?
I feel okay. I'm just this cough, and I'm just trying to suppress it because I don't want to be wearing you guys out with this little cough. And I was praying earlier today, like, oh, please don't let me be all sick like I've been all day. I want to hop on.
You're doing good.
Yeah, I'm surprised because I ate a little bit before I hopped on. That's why I was so at the last minute trying to eat a little bit and make my hot tea and get myself together. Yeah. So,
hmm You're
yeah.
doing well. You did
So
well.
when you scheduling your next one?
Me?
Yes.
Schedule next one or what?
Your pajama party, is it gonna be like a month?
Oh, maybe I'll probably do it like a monthly thing. I know people have asked me about this. When the television coming back? We
Mm-hmm.
used to have some good views on there. We just I felt bad when we weren't getting the sales and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we might do it like once a month.
Yeah.
Um, maybe a Friday night or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I gotta look at my schedule. My
Okay.
social schedule, as you say. What's my
Right.
social
Right.
schedule and see what's going on. and
Yeah,
what we're doing,
introduce
you
us
know.
to new people so we can, all these people. I'm not really. Thanks, Kim. I hope I do feel better. I need to go to work Monday. I missed a whole week of work. My
Mm.
little paycheck gonna be squeaky clean with dirt. Gonna be looking at me like, "And where are you taking this, to the bank or to the trash?"
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take you to the bank. Listen,
Right,
we're gonna be all right.
man.
You got something to eat? We'll be all right.
I'm like, I want to be like Alicia, full time crocheting. I know it got to be a way. Come on, Jesus.
Got to
We
be a way.
It got to be a way.
It
Yeah. Whew.
is. It's got to be.
Oh,
You need to come back, television. See, somebody said bring the television back.
yeah.
And we had like 50 people on there.
Yeah.
It be bumping.
I was
That's for
looking forward
sure.
to it. It's the same as you doing that live on Instagram and Facebook. It's just
Yep.
on
Hmm.
YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's
And
more people on here than
you
it
can't
is on the Instagram.
yeah, and
It's growing, it's growing, but
you can't
I don't have a lot of
get sales.
stuff. Huh?
You can't get discouraged when you don't get the sales.
This is true. It's ebbs and flows, right? That's how it is. It
Yeah.
be like that sometimes. I just be like, oh, I'm sick of the whole thing.
Yeah.
But it's just, you got to get the people and, you want people to help promote. Like it's a whole process. And it really is not a bad process because it could be worse. It could
Mhm.
be something live, you know what I'm saying? But,
Yeah.
I feel bad when they don't get the sales.
Mhm. Mhm.
But don't nobody feel bad when I don't get the sales. Like when you
Right.
go for real outside, right?
Right.
When you outside for real, and the pop-ups don't work. Sometimes you like they probably do feel bad. I don't know, but it's like sometimes you can't control it. So
And I
it
know
works, but it's a
how
lot
you
of work
feel,
too.
because I feel bad when the vendors that are in my store don't get the sales, or it's
Hmm.
not flowing as much as you know they would
It's a
like
hustle.
it. You know.
Yeah. And then I felt like we were selling to about a lot of crocheters. So it was like
Mhm.
crocheters like, we ain't buying that, I can make it.
Right.
So there
Yeah.
was like, I thought that too, even though we did get some sales,
Mhm.
but it became a point where it was slowing down. And I was like, okay, just
Yeah.
keep pushing. Yep. How is
Yeah.
so Melanie, I want to know how are you doing on Whatnot? Because you've been consistent with that as well. How's that been going? Melanie's doll, she makes beautiful dolls. And she was like my first, when I first did my television, I said, this is going to be great. Because she bought so many pairs of earrings for me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. She bought like so much. I was so grateful. And it's just funny. Even when I do Instagram sometime, I feel bad because it be the same people buying,
Mhm.
right? And I say, if it ain't for you, I probably wouldn't be getting no sales. But then sometimes like there'll be somebody else come through
Mhm.
and they may start buying or, so you really just have to be consistent and
Right.
have good product. I've seen it when I used to sell the clothes. There are a few ladies on there. They get some bad stuff though. They get some bad clothes, bad pieces. And they got 40, 50, 150 people watching them. But they didn't start there. They
Mhm.
started with maybe 10 people.
Right.
And then they went on a different platform and then they built on that platform and they went back to their platform and then it was 20 people and they
Mhm.
kept doing it to now it's 40, 50 people, but they were just like consistent.
Right.
Just, they kept with the good product, but they were just consistent, kept just pushing themselves. And it takes time, just like
Mhm.
what I'm doing.
Right.
12 years in the game, it takes time to
Yeah.
do that, So I'm taking
Yeah.
a break to make the dolls. Yes, girls, I love your earrings. Thank you. Going to have a YouTube sale in March, then one on Whatnot for the dolls. Yes. Yeah, you did. Yeah, I really appreciate the people that came and support all the earrings and stuff like that. And that's why I said I think the people want something new. They want something different. I've
Mm.
heard that too. And then some people are like, then there's new people that come that's like, oh, we love it. I'm gonna get a
Mm.
couple pairs, like Alicia Littlejohn. I want different colors and match my outfits. And she matches her glasses, she matches her hat and her earrings. She looks so cute.
Mm. So that bracelet I bought for you, the one you brought to the sip and stitch, the white one with the big rock on it, I
Mm-hmm.
gave that to my mom for as one of her birthday gifts.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yes.
so I'm glad I didn't make it smaller. I kept it right where it was.
Oh no, no. It needed to be smaller. She said she makes jewelry too. So she said
Oh,
she
okay.
take a few of the stone, the smaller stones to make it was too big for her.
Oh, it's too big for her. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought when I did, I said, oh, it's too big. I
Mm-hmm.
said, all right. You
But
got the earring kit? Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, check out Melanie's dolls. And then Dreamy said, I got some good clothes from Jamie
mm-hmm.
and purses from Jamie. Thank you, Tanya. Yeah, I got some people in here, repeat customers, and every sale I go, they buy stuff.
Yeah, I
And
have
I
to
appreciate it. I feel bad because I'm just like, oh, I'm trying to find some new people. Like, I
every
don't want to keep running
I,
their
I
pocketbook now.
always see something. I'll be like, man, now I gotta get that. Man,
What she done made now? I'm
man.
trying. Y'all helping me pay these bills and stay like this because this is all I do. I do not have a full-time job. This is it. So if there's nothing coming in, it's either we ain't got no food or I gotta pay a bill. Like it's something. So it does work.
Right.
It
Mm-hmm.
works. But it's really about being consistent. And if I could get the sleep coins and just get
Ooh,
my mind into some other things,
right.
it's just I don't
Yeah.
know. The brain is weird sometimes. My brain, I be feeling like I got ADD sometimes. I'm like, what's wrong with you? You,
Yeah.
you, you just you're not thinking. You're thinking. I'm telling you, this week we had all that rain and stuff. I was
Mm-hmm.
bored to death. I said, I am bored. First of all, I don't like the rain. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
about that rain life. But I was like, I'm bored. And one of my friends was like, ain't you got some earrings to make?
Right.
And I'm just like, no, I don't want to do that. Because sometimes I want to do something different. I don't
mm-hmm.
want to work. Even though I know I need to, I don't want to. I wanted to do something fun, and nothing was feeling fun. I
So
would start something, and I was like, nah, I don't want that. I don't want to do that. What you making?
yeah, I told you I gotta make that little what you call it?
Oh, for the lady?
Yeah.
Oh, so you making the so are you making the one that like goes around the neck and then goes down the arms?
Yeah, so
Oh.
it's like a turtleneck or right, but they had that part folded down and then it attaches to the turtleneck part so it starts like right here and then swings down. It's like a sleeve. It swings down. Yeah, it's relatively easy. I just started doing like this really intricate stitch and I was like, girl, work smarter and not harder. So I
Mm-hmm.
took that part apart and just started doing this little back stitch, half double crochet,
Mm-hmm.
and that's gonna be the little turtleneck part. And then I think the sleeves, I'm gonna do a double crochet, chain one, skip a stitch, double crochet, and let that be open work on the sleeve, so I could get done with it because I'm over it.
Is it gonna be warm enough if it's open mesh?
We're in LA.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she'd be all right.
Yeah, I'm surprised she even asked for that. Like, girl. So just try. And plus, I don't like to recreate people's work.
Mm-hmm. You
So
want to
she
do your
sent me
own.
a picture of something that was already designed. So I'm just trying to put my own little,
I
you
got you.
make it close to it, but not exact, because I don't like to recreate people's stuff.
I can dig it.
Yeah.
What did it say? So, oh, she said she mad. Okay. People love the late night shop or whatnot. This is true. Yeah, you're right. They do.
I don't
Just
think
like
I.
y'all like to late night watch people on the live. People be up, can't sleep.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
they want to be entertained and stuff.
Yeah.
So I get it. Vaughn, why you mad? I will have to check out Melanie's dogs. I'm mad. Why you mad? Um, yeah. So I was gonna say
Well, you
something
had
else.
a good turnout. You've had, right
Yes.
now it's 18, but it's been like at least 22 people that most of
Mhm.
the
I
live.
think the highest we got was like 28.
Okay.
I was like, okay, you still
Okay.
got it, girl. Okay.
Yes. I've been
I
telling.
crocheted doll, so I made a head. Oh, okay, I got you. You didn't finish your sentence. I'm like, what, girl?
Okay.
She made a head. Yeah, we did good, and everybody was so nice. It was a good vibe. I'm so glad that y'all was able to come. I'm glad that you came and was like, girl, let's do this pajama party. because we
Right.
haven't had one we haven't done one in years. It's
Yeah.
been a minute. And I just saw the last one I did. I had the letters that said pajama party, and I just saw the letters somewhere in here. I don't know where they at.
Oh, like the balloons.
They're just letters,
Uh
like
huh. Oh,
letters that say pajama party.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, Kim.
Bye. Good night.
Um, so I said, "Oh, I'll keep those because when I have my next one, I can put them up." But I was like, I don't even know where they at.
Yeah. Next time you'll be a little more prepared. This is
Mm,
just you reinventing it.
yes, we've got to go back to basics. Sometimes we have to do that. We get so far away from what we've been doing. We got to go back to what we was doing.
Right. Yeah.
We be trying to reinvent the wheel. The wheel already made.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
that's
And
what
you
we
just want to
do.
bring people back to your YouTube channel so they can watch and you can get your
Hmm.
views, girl,
Hmm.
and get to influencing because you can do it.
Yeah. We could do this and then have some coins coming in when people because we did the views did go up. We used to do the television because you had the time,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
know, so that helped. I mean, I got the 1,000 people from doing the television, so it grew. I mean, because when I
Mm-hmm.
started doing the television, I think I was only at like six. No, I don't even know if I was that high. I might have been in the fives or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got to 1,000 and we did a big I did a big we did I always say we is me. I did a big giveaway.
Okay.
And but we're not monetized because you don't got the 4,000 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So but the videos do help,
Right.
this, stuff like this helps. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, need to get back to that. And then, just having people, because sometimes, like, back in the day I was doing all the talking.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I ain't got nothing to talk to y'all about for 4 hours. What am I gonna say? It's better when you have somebody like with you and you have a dialogue. Even though I do a lot of talking, like just have the back to back talking is always good,
Right.
So
Hey, Miss Sandrine, I don't think I spoke to you. How you doing, my love? And Miss Vicky, it got you hooked. I haven't talked to you in a while. How are you? How old is your new grandbaby? That grandbaby got to be a year or so now, huh?
Vicky, another one who be coming out the woodwork with the goods.
Right.
She had when she came on the television, I was just like in awe. Look at that bag she made. Look at that hat she made. Oh, I saw these in Nordstrom and I just copied them. What?
Mm-hmm. You know, another person you need to ask is Tracy Powell from what's
Mm-hmm.
her page? Can't think of it.
Tracy Nori Designs.
Yes, yes, because that girl got stuff just piled up in her place.
They should probably do like a show and tell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I never told my story. I don't know how many people know me like that or if they're new to me. But I'm Jamie with Parlez-Vous Crochet. If I ever introduced myself and you just came in.
Allow
And
me to introduce myself. My name is. Okay, go ahead.
so how I started crocheting when I was like 6 years old, is from what I saw on the picture. My aunt taught me, and I still remember like she had like the twin beds that were double, made like a double bed. And I was on one twin bed, she's on the other twin bed, and she would sit like Indian style. And at this time, she's probably in her 70s. And I'm probably like 5 or 6, whatever. And she would teach me how to crochet. And on red yarn, I was using red yarn, trying to
Mm-hmm.
crochet. Frustrated. I ain't gonna learn how to do this. Just keep trying. Just keep, as long as she be sitting there, just keep trying. Red is a hard color. I can still like hear it. I can still see the room. I can see the lights. I'm sitting here. She's sitting over here. And she's just like, keep trying. Red is a hard color. And I'm sitting there like, I don't know. Just frustrated. So she taught me how to crochet. I learned how to do like chain stitches and pot holders. So the reason why I brought up the show and tell was because one day, so back in the day, the seniors would get together at the senior citizen home in their rec room, and they would have a show and tell.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to this show and tell, And all these women had all these beautiful Afghans and whatever they made all on the table. Just stuff galore. And my aunt has, I still have the blanket. It was a beautiful granny square blanket that had roses on it. So she
Mm-hmm.
crocheted the roses in the and in the granny square, and they're all connected. It is white and red. Is there green in it? A little green for the leaves. And it's my sister's blanket. So that's up there, whatever. Everybody beautiful. And so I'm there in my little red dress. And she's like, Jamie, put your project on the table. I looked at her and I was like, no. Because I had a pot holder, because that's all I knew how to do, double crochet pot holder and a chain. Like that's all I knew how to do. Put your project on the table. No. I'm 6 years old. Put your project on the table. No, we was arguing back and forth. No, I'm not putting that on the table. I ain't doing
Mm-hmm.
that. I ain't gonna do it. I don't want to put my project on the table because I'm like, who wants to be looking at a pot holder and a chain and you got all these beautiful Afghan, blankets and whatever they made. And she telling me to put this pot holder, and I'm like, no, we was fighting. Well, I lost the fight, right? Because the pot holder got on the table, had my name next to it on a tent card. And she's like, stand there and take a picture. So sometimes I post a picture on my page. I'm in the photo and I'm frowning like in this little blue dress, this little blue, red, and white dress with a little denim on the bottom. So mad that she
Mm-hmm.
made me put this thing on the table. I was so embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
But hindsight is 2020. When I think back at it now, it was a great start, right? I think that if she was alive, she would be just like, I can't believe that you even crocheting, because I
Right.
never made nothing while she was alive. I
Okay.
didn't start this business until after she passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know what I was doing. So if she was alive now, to like see how far crochet has gone, first of all the people that are doing like magnificent, wonderful things with it, and then to see her great niece, because she was my great aunt.
Mm-hmm.
She died when she was 93.
Oh wow.
She would be like, because she was always a proud woman of me. Anything I did, she was always proud of me.
Mm.
And she was like, my great niece in California. That's how she would say it. She would be like, I don't even know the word. She would be proud and just like to the moon and back to see that I have turned this into a business,
Right.
and it's been like 40. So what is like 46 years.
Mm.
No, 40. I'm sorry. It's 41. I think it's 41 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you actually did something. But I was saying that like hindsight is 2020, because at the time I did not appreciate what she saw.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like when train people, you know what I'm saying? When you teach people and you're trying to encourage them, and they like, when I teach kids,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this is, it's so ugly, and and it's like, and sometimes I'll sit and I'll tell them the story. Like, you don't see the full picture right now. You don't
Right.
see, like, you have to start somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I look at it now, I appreciate it that, she saw something wonderful, because first of all, everybody in that room was 70 plus.
Right.
And
Mm-hmm.
then there's me, who's 6 years old, crocheting and putting something on the table.
Mm-hmm.
So they thought it was wonderful. Oh my God. I'm just like, you kidding me? Like,
Mm-hmm.
people are nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's like you have to start somewhere. And that was my start. I didn't get it, but I get it now.
Mm-hmm.
But at the time I was like, I hate you for this. Like,
Yeah.
I hate you for this. Why you make me do this? So embarrassing. You old people always embarrassing the kids. Yeah, that pic. And so, yeah, when I found the pic and it said 6 years old, I said, oh, I was like 5 or 6 years old when she would, because that's all she did. She made pillows, and I got a couple Afghans, and she was always crocheting. And then
did,
she
she,
got carpal tunnel.
did she make this stuff recreationally?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, it was just for her, or she made things like for me. Like all of the kids have a blanket. My sister has a blanket. My brother had one. I have one. My mom had one. I'm sure she gave her sisters one, stuff because that was her. That's what she did,
It's her love language.
That was her like, yeah. So that's what she did. And I never thought nothing of it. I just was like, oh, okay, it's a blanket, whatever. But like I said, when you get older, then you understand and you appreciate it.
Hmm.
And I still have we all have my blanket. My brother, of course, he doesn't have his, but um we all still have it. I still have it downstairs. And even when she was getting older and like one day she was like, "You want these blankets? Like you would take them?" And I said, "Yeah." She had some other ones at the house, and I took them and brought them back home with me. I was like, "Of course I would like take them. I'm not gonna. Who we gonna give? Like I'm gonna take these blankets. They mine. So I
Yeah.
have a few more
Hmm.
that are in my closet.
Yeah.
You know.
My girls didn't want to learn how to crochet. And so, Tink, she's 7. She does know how to crochet, but I'm not with her as often anymore. And so I don't get to really work with her and get her to advance as much. But
Hmm.
I just feel like if I, if and when I pass away, they're going to be like, come and get it. And
Hmm.
just be giving this stuff away because they could care less about crochet.
Oh,
They don't.
and then maybe not, because if you're not there, they might be like, "This is what she made." They'll be attached.
Yeah,
Could be.
I don't know.
That's a beautiful legacy. Thank you, Vicky. I posted that picture. Yeah, well, yeah, that's a legacy. So, I have one pattern that is named after her.
Okay.
Um, one of the earring patterns I have has her name on it. And yeah, she would be like, "What? Did what?" If
Hmm.
she's seen all the stuff I made. Like, it's crazy. Because like I said, I never made nothing. Nothing. I made her a scarf once and I said, "Oh, this scarf is awful." She gonna be like, "What is this crap?" But she took it and had it in her closet. Hey V. I did have
Hmm.
summer when I was a preteen. My sister was a gifted seamstress. My mom taught me to knit. Oh, nice. So you got all kind. You sewing and knitting and crocheting and everything,
Yeah.
Vaughn. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And I'm glad that I think it did save me for a minute. Probably when I look back at it, like especially like after she died, um I think it did save me a little bit because once I got rid of her things and I brought some of her hooks home with me because she lived in New Jersey and I lived here. I brought some of my home after she died. I brought her stuff home with me. That's when I went on YouTube and I just started making the hats, and it kind of just blew up from there. And
Hmm.
then I think sometime after that, it was a comfort for a while,
Hmm.
because I didn't really have anything. So it was a comfort. I think it got me through some things unknowingly.
Hmm.
Um, and now it's just like Alicia said, it becomes where it's work because now it's everything.
Hmm.
So when people say like I crochet because I'm depressed or I have anxiety or I'm anxiety crocheting because I just can't stop, like I don't know what that feels like. Um I think I just whatever I was going through, it was just I was okay with creating whatever I was creating. I didn't put the two and two together,
Hmm.
if that makes any sense. I just was like, wherever I am in life, I'm just gonna make this stuff and it's coming out good. Okay. Um,
And what made you start doing earrings versus making other things?
well, because it's hot. It's hot. Thank you. It's
Hmm.
hot. So I was doing like the little rope scarves and purses, and I like different. My mother is odd, and I have a little bit of that in me. So we like different stuff. But I was, doing shows, and I'm like, who's buying a hat and it's 95 degrees outside?
Right.
Like, it made no sense. So it was like I had to think of something else. And so I think I was talking with, and I'm sure she's not on here. Kristen, Head Turning Crochet, was making earrings.
Hmm.
And I said, make a pattern. And she was like, no, you do it.
Mm.
And so I was like, okay, because I was seeing it. I think the earring originates like in Brazil somewhere. Because
Okay.
I'm always looking at the foreign countries that do, what they do. So I think it kind of comes from out there. So I kind of was seeing a few of them, and I said, let me go ahead and figure out how to get this on a hoop. And I figured it out. And I said, I asked Chris, I said, you don't want to do no. Okay, so I'm gonna do it. And that was so it didn't like blow up at first. Um
Mm-hmm.
it was, the pattern was good, but like it was hard selling it at pop-ups. And then one day somebody says, you got to find a better way to display them because we can't see the beauty of the earring when it's sitting like this.
Mm-hmm.
And Danielle from Misty Jane Jewelry, she crochets wire.
Mm-hmm.
And so she has a beautiful setup, and she uses the T-bars. And I said, I don't like those because when it's windy, the wind, it's going to knock my earrings over. But I
Mm-hmm.
said that might be the better thing. So I used that, and I turned the earring sideways and got like Velcro, to kind of hold it in place. And I said, you know what, this works. Because now when I turn the earring this way to this way, now we can see the beauty of the earring.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so that's when it kind of was like it took off like at certain functions. But it was because it's just hot and we're not wearing no hats. Like that's dumb. It's 95 degrees, 105, and I'm looking at a crochet hat and
Yeah.
a crochet scarf, like that's not even seasonal. It makes no sense.
Right.
So that's how the earrings came about.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped making a hat of hats. Like right now, the hats kind of sell if I do them, but I don't do them too much
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like, I'm sitting on them. And I don't want to sit on inventory. I want the stuff to move. So
Yeah.
that's how the earrings came about, is because of the type of weather we have. And then I was like, I like making these crop tops because that's pretty fast. And the young girls love it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how that came about. And then, just because it's hot. So I said, okay, let's do some summer. Let's do some bikinis. Let's do some bathing suits. And, let's do some different stuff. And
Mm.
I put all that hot stuff away.
Yeah.
That's how that came about. Because I struggled for a minute trying to find my niche.
Right.
I struggled for a minute. And I don't mean like, it was a couple years. Like, I was like, I got to figure out something. Like, I was frustrated for a little bit.
I don't know. I think me having that boutique knocked me off my niche because my
Mm,
niche was clothing and fashion. And now, since I have to make so many different things to fill the store, I no longer have a niche. I don't feel like I do,
mm-hmm.
which sucks.
Or it could be that you still do clothes and then you just have other people fill the other voids. But it might take some time to get to that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's the part, the waiting is like the hardest part of something, is waiting for when that light bulb, clicks.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, like I said, it didn't, for years. I was just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's frustrating. And then one day I was like, okay, this is it. And then there's also too finding the right demographic,
Right.
because everything, I mean, there's so many like little lessons in this whole thing. The
Mm-hmm.
demographic of like who's gonna buy and where you go set up. I'm very particular about that as well because I don't want to waste my time. I'm at a level in my career where I don't want to waste my time doing little stuff and coming home with $20.
Right.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to do that anymore because I'm past that. So there's so many levels to it, and you're probably at that point where it's like you have to find, okay, I'm going to do my clothes, but I might have to get somebody else to do this part.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm working on. But it's also the venue is amazing. I love it there, and there's so many creative
Hmm.
people. But I don't think the people that come there are my tribe,
Hmm.
and so that's the difficult. I mean, originally I went there because, I'm getting older, so it's hard for me to do pop ups and just be lugging stuff and setting it. last time I did a pop up, I hurt my knee and it was swollen and I could hardly walk. And I was like, oh, I'm over this. I mean, I was
I
down,
understand.
you know. So,
It's a lot of work, that's for
it
sure.
was like I was stable. I'm there all the time. Like you said, I need to go live more and promote more. But when I get there and people, it's like I can be sitting there and nobody comes in there. The minute I go live or want to do, here come 20 people in the boutique wanting to ask questions or look around. It's so funny to me. It's like,
Mhm.
man, I'm in the middle of a live, or somebody will call and knock me off my live, you know. So, yeah, I think it's the venue and just I would love to have a brick and mortar closer in LA around more of my people
Mhm.
who would wear my type of,
Your clothing and
yeah.
what you
And
rock.
most of us, we don't like to, I don't know what they have against San Pedro all the way out there. Oh,
It's far.
oh, well, it's far for you. You're way,
Yeah, I am far.
yeah, but from LA, it's not, you go to Torrance, you go to, it's right there. I mean, I drive it, so it's not a big deal to me, but
Yeah.
um
Yeah, I get my music going, and if the traffic on the 110 ain't bad, it's not terrible. And then if
yeah.
I got my, I don't even know what a fast track thing is. You can go that way, but yeah,
Mhm.
it just depends on what the traffic is. But I'm always about the music. But yeah, everything is far. I mean, people don't even want to come my way.
Mhm. Mhm.
So if I said if it's a party, you'll come.
Right. Right. Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see what this year brings cuz June will be coming up a year
Hmm.
that I've been back,
Hmm.
and we'll see what happens after that. Like what life brings or what doors are opened or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's an adjustment. I'm still trying to figure it out. So you know, I get it. I
Yeah.
would love to have it was crazy. I was down in Manhattan Beach. Was it Manhattan Beach or was it Hermosa Beach? Okay, one of them beaches because I see it in my face, but I can't think of which one was which. Because there's one on the right and one on the left. And I think which one has the seafood? I don't know. Which one has the seafood pier? Is that Manhattan Beach? Where there's like when you go up the hill, there's like a lot of restaurants.
Oh, right, right.
Anybody
Yeah.
is
Mhm.
that man and Hermosa is to the other way, like
Right.
down further. Okay. Because they have like a pier, but their restaurants are kind of on the pier, and the
Mhm.
other one, the restaurants are in the streets. So I
Right.
think that's Hermosa. Okay, so um, I would love to have something by the beach. There was one lady who had this very small boutique, and I went in there and I was just like, this is a waste of space for you because first, you're not friendly. Stuff you got in here is 20 years old.
Mhm.
And I said, man, I could take this little space and transform this into something fantastic. The
Mhm.
rent's probably high and whatever, but um, something right off the beach, beach wear and stuff like
Mhm.
that, like would be amazing. I would
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. That would be. Yeah.
I mean, it's far from me, but I mean, it would have been a great vibe. But I was looking at her, I said, you're wasting this space because these clothes you got in here is so ugly and old,
Mhm.
and your attitude is trash, like you're not friendly. Your
Mhm.
jewelry looks like it's turning brown. Like I just was like, ugh.
Oh
There's
boy.
people that have money and they don't know what to do with it, and then there's me,
Mhm.
that
Well,
ain't got it, and still trying to figure out what to do with it.
how we were talking about earlier, like you came in and you kind of refreshed the space for me. Sometimes when you're in there and you're looking at it all the time, you cannot look at it from a fresh perspective because you see
Mhm.
this stuff all the time. And
Yeah.
I call myself at least once a month moving things around to,
Mhm.
you know, just clear the space and open up the vibe and whatever. But when you came in and just like pulling stuff and
I was looking at it the whole time, like I need to
yes,
I was
and
like, no, don't do it, Jamie. And I was like, but I need to and I was like, no, don't do it, Jamie.
no, and I was so very happy, and it was very beautiful. Whenever I get back, I mean, it'll be time for me to change it because Valentine is over, but
Mhm.
I didn't even get to enjoy it and go live and show the people because I haven't been there.
Yeah, but that's okay. When you go back, you can go live and show the people, and then you go live again, and then show the people you changed it.
Yes. Hmm. Yeah, but it was very, very, very pretty.
I'm glad that you like. Yeah, the people was like, "Oh my god, it's nice." I was like, "Oh, okay." I'm sitting
Mm.
here trying to figure it out,
Yeah.
but we just did with what we had in there, and that's what I said. Sometimes you do need a fresh face, and we're critical of what we do. And I did the same thing when I was at the Fiber Festival last year. I was like, this boots. I'm like, I'm not feeling. Sometimes it's the earrings. I'm because there's so many different colors. I'm trying to figure out how to arrange it and make it where it don't look like a swap meet.
Mm-hmm.
And the girl next to me said it's beautiful. And
Mm-hmm.
everybody else, like my sister said, it's fine. You're just being critical. I was like, yeah, I guess so. That's me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so you have your sister with you all the time. I'm usually there by myself, so I don't really get to have someone there to like give
Mhm.
me some critique or something unless I call a vendor over or whatever.
Yeah, she be with me sometimes on certain. Sometimes, I mean, if it's a big show, I'll take her with me. Like when I do the June show, I'll take her with me. When I did SoCal Fiber Fair, I'll take her with me because you know it's a big show. If I need to use the bathroom or whatever, even though the vendors are there, but um, it's better for me to have somebody with me for that. And usually even for the June show, I actually bring people in to help me set up because it's a whole production
Mhm. Is that
for the
the one with
weekend.
the U-Haul and have to put everything?
Hmm. I get
Oh,
the U-Haul, but now I got my car, so I ain't gonna do that. I
mm,
got my little SUV, so I'm gonna stick everything in there and roll out. But
okay.
um, yeah, it's a whole like production. I gotta set up the tent, and then it's like a store for a weekend, and I really go all out for this show.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like tables, and I have a check stand, and I have grids, and there's banners and tablecloths, and then you have to kind of I have everybody assigned to do something, and then
Mhm.
I have to go behind them and look at it again, kind of say, okay, I want to just to look this way or whatever kind of thing. So it's a
Mhm.
whole production.
Yeah.
It's a whole production, but I love
The
it.
good thing is you only have to set it up and then it's up for 3 or 4 days before you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it stays up for the whole weekend, which is great. I don't have to take it down. I like shows like that. If
Yeah.
I can find more shows like that, that would be great. More money. It's more expensive, but you make that money back.
I get a lot of people hitting me up about pop-ups and things, but it's kind of hard for me like to get a bunch of stuff stocked up to do a pop-up and have stuff in the store. I just can't figure out how to do both, and
Yeah.
get coverage for the boutique if it's on a Sunday, and most of the time it is on a Sunday, a Saturday and Sunday or something like that. So I just
Mhm.
usually let it go because
Yeah.
I'm already overwhelmed.
I understand.
Yeah.
That's really good, Vicky. I didn't know you had your stuff in the boutique. You ain't told nobody nothing.
Right? Good for you,
She's
girl.
at the Long Beach City College. Uh, Long Beach by the LB City College is a boutique where my items are. I'm constantly restocking. Okay, girl, they selling. You
Right.
selling, girl. I ain't know you was doing that. Vicky be doing stuff and don't tell nobody.
Clearly. Yeah. And so at my store, excuse me, my biggest seller right now is my classes. I get a lot of people coming in for classes and
Nice. That's
pay.
your thing. Hey,
Yeah.
that's your thing. That's your thing.
And I love it cuz that's easy money. Like quick easy money. I really don't have to do any work. I'm just watching them do it and maybe
Hmm.
correcting them or whatever. So I love it to pieces.
I need to come and sit on one of your classes and see how you teach.
Yeah, man.
See what if I'm doing something wrong. What am I doing wrong? Am I doing something?
Yeah, it's
Probably
a
not.
great thing. Yeah.
Speaking of going back to something you said earlier about the little snakes, the little snails things. What are those things? Worms? I didn't know. No, you didn't tell me, Vicky. You didn't tell me. I didn't realize that pattern was an older pattern. So I
Mm,
had ran across it in a Facebook group because I teach a class at the library in Burbank, and I was trying to figure out what to do with these kids because people want to have a sense of like accomplishment,
right.
right? So one day I said, I found this and I said, well, I will do this wiggly worm, and it was kind of like a random gift, random act of kindness.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the little, well, the lady, they supplied everything. So they got the little eyes, and there's a little note that goes with it, and it made it
Mm.
like a keychain.
Mm-hmm.
And they printed out what the little note says, like, I'm not lost, but if you want me, you can pick me up and take me, or something like that. It's a cute little rhyme that goes with it. So I had the kids at the library make it. I usually have about 17 kids, 17 to 20, 17, because so many kids don't show up. So 17 kids come in, and they're all making this wiggly worm. And of course there's some that have difficulties, but I had to make sure that everybody walked out with a worm. So
Mm.
even if it didn't look right, I finished it.
Mm-hmm.
So I let them do like some parts of it, and then I said, okay, let me finish it for you. I put the little eyes on it, and I put the little keychain on it, and I put the little saying on it, and they all had a keychain at the end. But when you said that, I didn't realize that that was like I thought it was something like new. I didn't realize it was an older pattern. Has been around for years.
And now that we're talking about that, I think that will be a cute first pattern for the little
Mhm.
kids that come that are beginners. I don't
Mhm.
know if the adults would appreciate it so much,
No,
but the
no.
kids would probably think that was super great and use
Mhm.
it or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
The teenage. I do it for the teenage class, and then for the adult classes, I usually just make them chain stitch.
Mhm.
And then, because I tell them, I said, I want you to get the feel for the hook, get
Mhm.
your posture, learn how to, because when they get bored, even the teenagers, they get bored with the constant chaining.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I tell them, they want to go to a blanket. I said, but if your chain stitches are not, if they're too tight, then you can't get back into the work. So you have to learn some posture and
Mhm.
get comfortable with the tension and making the chain stitches, because we can't make no nothing.
Good
Good
night.
night, Tanya. And so,
Yeah.
but with the adults, I do the chain stitches and turn them into rope scarves for them.
Mm.
Then they have like a little rope scarf.
But the other thing about the chains, and this is all coming to me since we're talking, is how you do the chain stitch, however many you're going to do. And then when you go back, you want to do the single crochet. It's kind of hard sometimes for the beginners to figure out where to put
Where to
that,
go?
where the next stitch is. But now I'm even starting to do it in the back lumps.
Mm.
You know how they're doing that now? You chain, but then you turn it and you go through that back lump.
Uh-huh. I've seen
And
that.
yeah, and that's easier. It's easier for them to see, and then they don't.
Oh, okay.
So now that we're talking, it's making me think maybe I should teach them that way because it
Yeah.
also gives your project a little stretch.
Okay.
And because I was finding that the students were like crocheting one or two in the same stitch because they really
Mm-hmm.
couldn't see where the next stitch was, right? Because
Right.
that takes time for you to do it for a minute before you become aware of that. So I think if they go through that back lump, it's easier to see, catch on, and so I might
Mm-hmm.
try that on my
Oh,
one of
that's
my
a good idea.
yeah.
It might be a little easier to see. You
Mm,
ain't lying, Melanie. People be thinking as soon as you start, oh, I want to make a blanket. That's the first thing out their mouth. I'll be like, learn how to do the stitches first.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Or
want to
they
crochet me a sweater. I want to make my mom a pair of socks. I'll be like,
Yeah, or they
stop
come to me and they, oh, you see that shirt you got over there? That's what I want to make next. And I be looking at them like,
it.
girl. And so one lady bought a pattern and came to me with her neck. This is a beginner's class. Bought a pattern and came to me telling me, I want to make the girl. Can we finish all the stitches first and perfect and get some consistency on that? So I didn't say anything. I said, okay, let's do the pattern. So we started working the pattern. I said, and so take it home, work on it. When you come to the next class, let me see. She came back. She said, oh, I think I'm just gonna stick with this. What you would yeah, I thought sometimes you just gotta let them make their own mistakes and realize, oh, I jumped the gun. I'm riding the camel before I learned how to, whatever that saying is. So, yeah, they come, they want to make everything.
I'm like, okay, go ahead and read this. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Well, what do I do? I'm like, you think I'm gonna sit here and go step by step with everything? Come
Right.
on now.
Yeah.
They think it's just we just doing this and putting the stuff together like we ain't had no years of practice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Ain't
Or,
ridiculous.
and I know you guys um probably haven't experienced this. I mean, just because I'm in a store, I get people that come in and look at my stuff. They take pictures. They're all
Mhm.
up on it because they're trying to count the stitches. They're trying to figure out my pattern so they can remake it. People have come in and been so rude to say, like, "Oh, we can call so and so. She crochets. We can have her make this. Take a picture of this right quick so we can send." I'm looking like, "Hello, I'm here. Do you see me? Like, this is rude." I mean,
Mhm.
I get all kinds of things because crochet is kind of trending. It's started trending during COVID. So I'm aware that other people crochet. I'm not saying I'm the only crocheter, but when
Put some
people,
respect on it.
right, yeah, it's like, come on, that's really not cool what you're doing here, you know?
Mhm. Yeah, I have people do like when I go to the one in Montrose, they'll be looking at it and looking, doing real close, trying to count. And I'm like, oh, you a crocheter? They be
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. You trying to figure out how to make it? And just, I
Yeah,
kind of bust their little bubble a little bit.
I've done that a couple times. Yeah. Or for you, you could have surely said, well, I have a pattern. You want to buy the kit?
Yeah, this is true. But they
Yeah.
doing this with the clothes. They ain't doing it with because the earrings, sometimes they be like, nah, I'm not messing with that. I'll
Uh-huh.
just buy them. But it's if it's a purse or something like when you made those purses for me that time, they
Mm-hmm.
were looking at the granny square like how you do it, they trying to figure out how to do it, and I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like, those were hits. I need to make them again. We'll get somebody to make them. Well, maybe I should make them.
Oh, Lord. Huh.
They was hits. People love that. Yeah, that's wrong. Or you get text with pictures, can you make this? I'll be
Mm-hmm.
like, no. Yeah, but I'm not finna do it.
Right.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, that's why I said
But people do it.
I'm not doing no more custom. If it ain't in the store and you don't want this color or what I have, you're not getting it. I'm not making no more custom.
Yeah,
This
you
is
gotta be like, so who did this? What's her name? The Yarn Whisperer. I don't know if you guys know her on Instagram. So if anybody has been following that Anija John, is her name Anija Johnson, whatever, the black woman who went over to Pakistan. Have you guys been following that?
Ooh, I love her. I love her.
Yeah, you got to pay me 5,000. So the girl, so the Yarn Whisperer did like a little skit, and she was like, when people ask you, can you do a custom order for me? And she tells them no, but I'll do so and so. And she's like, you got to pay me 5,000 in
Right.
USD by
Yeah.
Thursday and 150 by Saturday. She did one of them kind of
That
memes.
is so good. Yes.
I'm not doing no custom orders. I was like,
Mm.
oh my
Oh no, that
God.
is funny. That lady is lost in translation right now. Nobody knows where she is.
No, ain't nobody. She didn't off the radar. I think there's a couple of New York people that wanted to interview her, but I ain't seen nothing.
No,
She
she
was over there crazy.
got off that plane in Dubai and started thinking she was gonna do the same thing in Dubai that she was doing in Pakistan, and they was like,
You're not gonna
and
do that here. We gonna
I
send
think
you home.
got back on the plane, but they came. What I saw is they took her off the plane, and nobody has seen her since. So I don't know what happened to her.
Oh, I thought I saw a thing where it said she was in New York.
Oh, okay, I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, she was back home in New York, is what I heard.
Well, I needed her to go to New York because I was concerned about her.
But it's nice that they treated her kindly. I guess they realized that she was a mental case. Tell
Yeah,
myself, this is my team,
yeah, yeah.
Shabana. And then the guy, people was like, Shabana sick of her when she got on the plane. It was like,
Chippa,
Shabana.
ooh, and Chippa, she told him, "Listen, you talk too much." Good Lord, this lady is out of control.
You crazy, and she crazy as heck. And somebody, there's a guy that does Barbie dolls, and he mimics the conversations, and so they have a picture of her and the Barbie and Shabana, and then they got the black baby with the bald head in the back, and they all this is my team, Shabana.
Yeah,
Shabana, you want to say something? She's like, no, I don't want to say nothing. And
yeah,
she and the
so
dogs in the back just
right. I said, boy,
Said,
everybody was just running with that.
I don't know if anybody has been following that story, but yeah, you have to go probably TikTok or either it's on Instagram. This lady who catfished a boy over in Pakistan. So I thought he catfished her, but according she catfished him with
Hmm.
Nicki Minaj pictures of herself. And when she got there to meet them, the family was like,
Right,
and they was like, so she went over there and she just, you got, I'm need 150K because I'm gonna fix up Pakistan. I'm gonna fix up your government and yada yada. She was doing, and they was loving on, like I don't know if they were loving on her, but I mean they were kind to her. I
right.
guess they realized that she had some mental illness. They were doing press conferences and they were talking, and she always like, I need 150K. It's my business. Praise to Allah, praise to Allah, praise to God. They would ask her a question, that's against my religion.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah,
crazy. Okay, I'm just smoking her cigarette. She covered up. It's against my religion. Mind your effing business. Like,
yeah. She was
but
crazy.
they didn't, they were kind to her. Like they
Mhm.
didn't like do no harm to her. They walked with her, took her wherever, wherever she needed to
Fed
go
her,
or
gave her
whatever.
things. She got medical care, all that.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is my team. This is the manager. He owns the building. They're not the manager. We'll get the manager. I don't want to talk to him. He's rude. Like it was a whole. It was a whole. It was like for Pakistan. It was like a highlight.
Yeah, for us it
Um,
was the highlight.
it was a
She was.
highlight. People was like, I said, this lady is crazy. But
I
people
thought
was like, we
she,
need to see how. We need to do more of that.
when she came to LA, or back wherever, I thought that she was gonna have a reality show or something because
She
I
probably would. She probably would have one. Cause
man,
somebody I seen somewhere they said they wanted to have an interview her. So maybe she'll get something. I mean, they know who she is now.
right, yeah.
She's like, that's none of your effing business. That's my business. Where's
It,
my husband?
it's against
Where
my
is he?
religion to tell
It's
you or something. She
my
said,
business. Mind your business. I want 100. I want 3,000K. I'm gonna fix your government. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I was like, oh, this lady's crazy.
yeah,
And her
that's
son came out and said, oh, something's wrong with her. He around
yeah,
here looking for her. But
right.
they treated her. They didn't. People started respecting Pakistan
Mhm, mhm, for real.
because they was like they treated her with kindness. They didn't. I'm
Yeah.
going to have a sonogram. She was eating McDonald's. I want 2 fries and 2 McBurgers and 2 McRibs and the cheese and it's like this lady. And they treated her like a celebrity.
So Vaughn asked a question. He said, "Have you lost any friends because you would not crochet something for them?"
Nope. Mm-mm.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think.
Mm-mm. I haven't. I hope you haven't because them ain't your people.
Yeah,
Oh, people say I say no because they won't pay for it. Oh,
yeah, no,
Jeannie says I ask a pattern and take a pic. Yeah, I've seen some started crochet kits before I invest any time in teaching them. I got you. Yeah, people crazy. They do whatever they want. And
mm-hmm,
I'll just be like, okay, well, I don't know.
yeah.
But yeah, people are, they strange.
Right
People
now, I
be,
have a blanket in the shop, and I just feel so bad. It's been in there since December. This lady brought me. She called me and she said she had a blanket. She said it had like 3 or 4 squares that needed repaired. Could I help her? So I said, bring it up here. Let me see. Girl, this lady brought this blanket. It was humongous. It was humongous. It was like for a queen size bed that covered the whole bed and went down the sides, and it was just humongous. And it looked like it was crocheted with that real thin. Now you know I like to use
mm-mm,
crochet thread to make my garments, but this was with that little 1 or 2 hook or something. It was tiny, and I looked at that thing. I said, "This lady has lost her mind." She said, "I'm just." I said, "Well, I can't even begin to think about this blanket right now. It's the holiday. It's my busy season. Blah blah blah." So it's still sitting in there, and of course, I haven't been there in the last 2 or 3 weeks. And she did call me. I'm gonna have to contact her tomorrow, but I'm gonna have to tell her I don't do repairs like this. I don't really do repairs. I make garments, but this was out of control. She'd have to pay me $500-$600 to repair that thing. It's crazy. Lady, no. Mm-mm.
Somebody gave me a blanket to repair, and it was like a granny square, and it was like some holes and stuff in it, and I washed it and I sewed it up and repaired it. They gave me $10. I just was like,
No. This thing has color stains. It was cream, so now it's like a darker tan. It's starting to yellow. Um, the granny squares are not just granny squares. It's those kind where you do the circle, 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 circle around the hook, and then you pull it through. It's just like, yeah, no,
you
lady.
should have probably just gave it back to her at the time and said, no, I can't do this.
Yeah, I didn't even really fully open it to see how big it was and how many squares. Because she said, oh, it's about 3 or 4. So I was busy. So I said, well, let me.
Nice.
And when I finally got to it and opened it up, it was so huge, and it was like 20 or 30. It was just, lady, I can't. No, you can't even afford to fix this. And I don't even think it can be washed because it's dry rotting, I guess. Maybe it's
Oh yeah.
the best word for it. And I
Hmm.
know you want to salvage it because it's your mom's, but that's not my forte. I make garments. I don't repair other people's work. This what is this? Yeah. No.
Hmm. Terry
So
want to know your shop. Oh, she need a new one. Yeah, you need a new one. She want to know if your shop's open on Saturdays.
yes, ma'am. It's open Friday, Saturday, and Sundays from 11 to 6. Yes.
Yeah, Terry's gonna be coming out here
Okay.
in a
And I'm
couple
not
of weeks.
there until Sundays because I have a 10 by 10. I share my space with 2 other vendors, so each of us have a 10 by 10, and so each of us covered the booth one day. So one lady's there Friday, one lady's there Saturday, and I come on Sunday. I will come on a Saturday if someone requests a class on Saturdays, but I usually just come on Sundays.
Hmm.
So, but if you're here and you want to come up on a Saturday, then just hit me up and then I'll make sure I'm there so I can meet you and see you.
Hmm.
Uh,
Alterations on any type of object, whether you sew it, crochet or knit it. Yeah, it was and it wasn't like I was really going. I don't even. I think when she asked me, I was like, oh, don't worry about it, whatever, because she was a friend. But she slid me $10, and I just was like,
yeah,
I don't know how you figure an alteration on an old granny square would be $10.
right. Yeah. No, no.
Now I had a guy somebody reached out because he had a coffee, and it was single crochet, and so I met him in a Starbucks and repaired it right then. It was just a few little stitches or something that was out. Now that I would have been like, oh, $10. But I was like, no, don't worry about it. He's like, oh, I said, you want to give me something? Give me a coffee. Okay, I could do that. Because it was just like 4 or 5 stitches that had just come out in this little thing. And I just got my little thing and I repaired it right when he sat there. And I
Mm-hmm.
said, okay, here you go. Was no
Right.
thing. But like a blanket, like, I have to lay it out. I got to
Right.
look at the squares. I got holes in it. And I had to like kind of sew it and make it,
Yeah.
come alive again. And it was beautiful. Once I finished, I said, dang, I did that. Like, man,
Mm-hmm.
this ain't my thing, but I did that.
You did $10.
$10, honey. I was like, that I should look at it and say, you might want to go ahead and keep that because I appreciate it because that's kind of insulting.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of insulting right now that somebody repaired something before you give them $10.
Right.
This is not putting a hole in the sock.
Yeah. 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 Or taking it to a place because even alterations at the cleaners or whatever are more than
No,
$10.
that junk is expensive.
Yeah. Come on now.
I should have said, you know what, go ahead. I appreciate that. Go ahead and keep that because $10 is kind of an insult.
Yeah.
So just go ahead and keep that.
But also, we need to learn to tell them up front that for me to even consider an alteration, it's going to start at XYZ amount. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? That way
Yeah.
they come prepared knowing it's going to start at that amount. But considering the amount of work I'm going to have to do, the price may increase.
Mm-hmm.
So you
You know, sometimes we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know until we get into it, or we're new and we just. And I don't know because I don't do no alterations.
mm-hmm.
That ain't my
That
thing.
ain't me either. Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, but I mean, I have even somebody else, I altered their purse. They bought a purse from me and they used it so much that it was coming apart. And I went and I hooked that sucker up. You couldn't even tell something had went wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. Even to send it back. No, it's funny. Like you give somebody something for free and they don't say, "Hey, can I give you some money for shipping or something?" Nothing. So I think I lost Tracy. So you know, sometimes we have to advocate for ourselves, just like you know, when you go to the doctor or anything else. Oh, I lost everybody. It's just me, myself, and I. Sometimes we have to advocate for ourselves, and sometimes when we don't even know, um, we might have to just say like, you know what, there might be a fee attached to it if I fix it, you know, or something. Because people, if you let them, you know, if you just let them, then they'll just let them. Do you have to charge them for your work and the alteration? You probably should. But with this one, like I took it and I didn't say anything. I just was like, oh, I'll just take it and whatever. But sometimes I'll be thinking on good faith that they'll say something, and sometimes people don't.
Yeah.
So that's when you have to advocate for yourself and be like, you know what, it's gonna be a charge if I have to alter it, even if I made it and it messed up. Like if you know, it's crochet. It's not a leather purse that you can wear every day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's a crochet thing that is, you use it, you know, sparingly or gingerly. You don't be tugging and, you know what I'm saying? It's not that type of stuff.
Right.
So,
I had a lady get a purse from me, wear that purse to the
um,
and then brought it back for her mom. I think she bought it for her mom. Her mom must have loved it because she wore that sucker to the ground and then brought it back and said, "Oh, can you repair this piece of string? Because I looked at that thing, it was nasty." I said, "Ma'am, I'm sorry, I can't do that. No, sir. You brought this. It looked like she just drug it through the street, just drug it. No, for real, it was
I
filthy.
know, I remember you told me about that.
Girl, I was offended. I
I'm
was,
like, girl, it's dirty.
yeah, I was
What you
like,
did with it? Did you drag it out in the mud and then bring it in here to me?
man, yeah, I was offended. I don't even, oh, it was another vendor, and she bought it for her mother-in-law. And then
Mhm.
she knew she was wrong because when she brought it back, she said, "I'm so sorry." But she asked me to bring it back and da 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 da. And I was mad at her. Do you know, I didn't speak to that lady for a little while. I was offended that you would even, you should have just went back to her and told her a little fib and told her, yeah, she said she was, you shouldn't even have brought that to me like this. It was ridiculous.
I think sometimes we don't speak up for ourselves. Like we be thinking it, but we don't
Mm-hmm.
speak up for ourselves. And I think this needs to be the year where we speak up and say, that thing is dirty. I'm not finna be working on that.
Yeah. Yeah. This is my year, no. And I've done it a couple of times. It was like, hey, I did it. It's not that hard to say.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Right?
So,
How dare she? Like, really? Yeah, people are nuts out there in these streets. I'm telling you. I'll be
yeah.
like,
And they think that crochet is just, it looks easy. They think it just takes us a hot minute to do. They don't know the time and the skill and the talent that it takes to make things.
right. And that's what Melanie was just saying, like, you know, she'll do a doll and people be offering her $20 and then start questioning how long it takes to do stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've had people do that with me, the earrings, and sometimes I don't even tell people. I don't want to tell them when they say, "How long does it take to make an earring?" And I'm just like, I don't know. Depends on what my attention span is.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they know I'm making it in 10 minutes, then they'd be like, well, why are you charging 30, $40? Well, because I can, right? Um, and nobody's done that so far. But, you know, people will ask because they're like, how long does it take? Because most people, it takes them probably 45 minutes to an hour, which when I first started, it
Mm-hmm.
did.
Yeah.
Okay. But I do them so much that it doesn't take long anymore. So I
Right.
get it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ed Jeannie. We wish you the best of this year, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't. Yes, Vaughn said I speak up because I make gifts, but when a person says something crazy, they don't get no more gifts. You ain't lying about that. We
Right.
have to do speak up about our crafts.
Yeah.
Um, Because yeah, there's no way. But when I did the SoCal Fiber Fair last year, a lady she said to me, your price of your earrings is still inexpensive. And she says, and if anybody tells you otherwise, they're crazy.
Well,
I said,
remember,
thank you.
I
Thank you. I
used to
appreciate
message
it.
you about your kit. I was like, girl, this what is happening? I was confused. Hey, what? Yeah, no. Mm,
I know y'all be Jamie is out there tripping on her
yeah,
price. They got some people that like the price is good. They're like, I try to keep it even kill because I don't want to hold on to stuff.
right.
I know some of the hookers out here, they want to be high. That's fine. But
Mm-hmm.
if you ain't got the clientele for it, then what is the point?
Right.
Because you're just sitting on inventory.
Mm-hmm.
You're just sitting on stuff.
Yeah.
If you want the stuff to move, then you kind of I try to keep things reasonable for the people, but
Mm-hmm.
still be fair to myself.
Yeah.
So
And
last year I did go up on my earring price.
mm-hmm.
And people, I know Annette used to tell me, she said, your prices are too low. When we did the fashion show,
Mm-hmm.
she's like, your prices are too low. Because she
Mm-hmm.
looked at Kristen's earrings and she looked at my earrings. She said, see, your
Because
prices are too low.
Kristen do not play about them.
Yeah,
Girl,
them things like $90. I'll be
girl.
like, "Ooh, I can't do it."
Yeah. She don't play about them. Yeah.
And I get it. I ain't even mad at it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was told. So I said, you know what? This year, which last year I did, I went up on the price because I am using 14 karat gold filled,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so this last year, a lady said, your prices are still too cheap. She said, because
Mm-hmm.
you have to remember that it's your expertise that goes into making the earring.
Mm-hmm.
Paying for that,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which a lot of times we don't as artists think about. It's
Mm-hmm.
not just the materials, it's the expertise that we're putting into the project.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody can't make it here. Like Alicia Little, you just heard what she said.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather get it from Jamie because I'm not trying to work with them little hooks.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have some people say, oh, I'm gonna try it, right?
Yeah.
And then they'll do both. But they were like, nah, I'd just rather buy it. Just like
Yeah.
blanket. I'd rather go ahead and buy your blanket. I'm not gonna make that. So
Right.
everybody has their thing, but you have to think about the not just your time, but the expertise that you're
Mm.
putting into this earring. And
Yeah.
I said, you know what, you're right.
I'm thinking about raising the price on my classes one more time. I think it's at $40 for a 1 hour class, but I'm thinking about moving it up to 45.
Yeah, and you
But
can because it's new year, everything going up.
right. And I usually go a little bit over an hour. If they're really getting a good groove, I'll just let them, work with them a little bit more. So when they come back, especially if they buy like a 4 series class,
Mhm, mhm.
I'll give them a little bit more time because I know they're coming back. But the
I'm
ones that,
thinking about doing some classes.
yeah, I don't know why you don't.
I don't
And
know
you
why
need
either.
to register as a vendor for the libraries. Do you have that?
I am a vendor with the Burbank one. Yeah,
Yeah, get with the Los Angeles with the county and all that. Girl, they
I haven't
pay
done theirs.
really good.
No, I know. Yeah, I do Burbank. I do the Burbank kids because they have their programs, but their programs are not like every week because they
Mhm.
always pick different activities.
Mhm.
So I have one schedule with the adults. I think that's coming up in April. They do pay good. And that someone else referred, it's still Burbank Public Library, but it's the adult section.
Mhm.
And then there's the kids section. So I've done the kids section, I think like 2 or 3 times already, but it's
Mhm.
usually like once a year or twice a year. It's not a weekly thing because they do all kind of stuff. So I do have an adult class that we scheduled last year coming up. I think it's in April. And then, the kids will be coming around, probably in the summertime or whatever. So that's cool. But
Mhm.
I'm trying to get into the school. So one of my friends works at the school, and it's a process to get into the schools as well.
Mhm.
Um, but you got to get fingerprinted. I said, that's fine. Like, I would
Yeah.
expect that.
Or the
But just get the
homeschooling
paperwork.
or homeschooling because they
Yeah.
have an extracurricular class.
Mhm.
So,
Somebody gave me information for that and I dropped the ball.
mhm. Yeah, if I could get into that, man, because when I was teaching those seniors every week or whatever, that was great money.
Yeah, it's good money.
Oh boy.
If the people want to pay. The one I did in the senior building, they my price probably was too low as I do myself like that. But it is what it is. We gonna learn.
I just
We
A
gonna
new
learn.
the new supervisor came in and she was on a head trip and she was trying to lower my price and I was like, lady, go on my website and see what I teach for one student. I said, I'm charging you guys that for 10 seniors. I was like, so I'm
Mhm.
not going any lower. But between that and the art class I was teaching, man, I was making some really good money till she
Mhm.
came and like messed the whole thing up. I was really sad.
Mhm. That's all right. It wasn't for you no more. Somewhere
No,
else will
yeah,
open up. You know.
no, it's a new season, and
Mhm.
I'm open to it, you know.
Yeah,
But they
absolutely.
still call me, the old ladies. They still call and text me, and I did go up there during Christmas, I think, and I gave them a free art class where we just got together and had some snacks and made an art project, because we got close. I think I was teaching them a little over a year, you
Hmm.
know. So, I'm just waiting to see if some more doors open.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, some of my friends was like, "Oh, teach a class." I said I could teach it here in my house because I got the little space for it now. So, because she was telling me about somebody was teaching a cake decorating class,
Mhm.
and she said it was like $40, which she thought was high. I'm like, that ain't high. It's a class. I mean, you getting all the materials. Materials alone be $40. And she teaching
Mhm.
you for an hour, like $40. I said most classes is like 60. I mean, 60, $70 was like a couple years ago. I don't know what they going for now, but I'm gonna say
Mm.
$60.
Right.
She's like, oh, well, sometimes people just don't know what stuff costs.
Right. They don't.
So
Yeah.
I'm just like, $60 for a cake making 40. I mean, $40 is not bad because I probably would do $40 or 45 for a class, especially if I'm giving you materials and
Mhm.
you sitting here in my house and taking time and stuff. Like, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. You need to do that, Jamie. You can be in your office with them. You don't have to take them in your house.
this is
Go in your
true.
office and sit in there and do your classes. Girl, please.
Being there chilling. I used to do the kids. I used to have some kids, and I was only charging them like $20 for an hour. I would go to one house, and all the kids would come to the house,
Mhm.
but they were too like not focused. Like
Mhm.
one of them, she just wasn't focused, and so I
Mm.
was like, would have to talk to her like this is not a social thing. Because
Right.
I'm of course I'm younger, so I'm not gonna be like a teacher, like, okay, hurry up and don't do that little.
Mhm.
But I still want her to focus and like make something.
Right.
But then there's also if they're like if they have ADD or something, like you kind of gotta it's an
Mhm.
approach that I'm just not really familiar with. Like
I know one girl I just said, "Do you need a little break? You want to take a break for a minute and, you
they
know,
be playing, they be on their iPad, and I used to tell them no phones at the table, no
yeah,
iPads,
yeah.
no whatever, like you need to focus on this. And she liked to crochet and then take it out.
Mm.
It's so satisfying, she used to say, and I'd be like,
Oh, we're not gonna ever get nowhere you doing that. Oh boy. Yeah. Mm.
so they're on there, I think one of them said she wanted to focus on her studies, which was fine. I
Right.
said, yeah, because this is getting on my nerves. Like I'm trying to
Well,
teach y'all, and I felt inadequate at this point. Like,
I've had to do
yeah.
this when the people register for the 4 series class.
Mhm.
I have to let them know this class has to be taken within this amount of time because people love to come back and say, "Oh, remember I bought this class in 1976 and I still have one class." My love, we're not doing that. So
Absolutely not.
I feel really bad. This lady bought a 4 series class for her granddaughter as a Christmas gift. That's what her granddaughter wanted, and she bought it in December. And I told her, you
Mhm.
have until February 23rd to use this certificate. It expires. It's about to expire. And the girl didn't take any classes.
Oh well.
And I did send her a reminder, like, this is just a reminder. You have until XYZ day, and and oh, they have some family issues. Go, okay, I'm sorry to hear that, but I just want to give you this quick reminder. I So thank you for the donation,
Exactly.
So
You got to follow instructions.
yeah. But I'm gonna have to get off here to get me some tea before I go into a coughing fit with you guys.
Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for reminding of what we need to do. It was fun being with you, and thanks for hanging. I know you didn't feel well and you just hanging out, so I appreciate you.
I had a ball, And it was great meeting everybody and chatting with you guys online. I'm sorry I was dipping in and out, but I didn't put, I keep forgetting to put the do not disturb. And then when people call me, something happens, I have to hop out and come back on, and yeah, all the things.
Tell
But
them people leave you alone. Can't
girl,
do nothing. You sick.
I told you nobody calls or bothers me till I go live. Till I go live or something, and everybody, oh shoot, she live. Let me call her.
Let me bug her real quick. See what she doing.
Yeah. So
Girl, it's a mess. But
bye,
thank you.
bye, Miss Jamie. We'll talk. Send me that picture tomorrow if you remember, and then we'll
Okay.
figure it out. All right. Good night.
Thank you. Good night. I had to answer so welcome back. It's just me, y'all. Dale said, how do you go about mailing your boxes? Show the mail, make a comment, pick it up. So I have a scale in my house. I use PayPal. Um, I weigh the package and measure the package and put it in the presets on PayPal, or you can use Pirate Ship. Pirate Ship is cheaper. And then you print a label out on the computer. And then you can give it to your mail carrier when they come by your house. If that's what you're asking me. I'm not sure. Um V, this was my first time coming back on. We haven't been on for a minute. It was we had Alicia Littlejohn earlier. We had Gary with Gary Knits, Gary Rides, and we have Tracy with Love Petals Crochet. So I'm thankful that they came on. Thank you so much. This is the first time I've been on in a minute. And we probably will do another one maybe next month or so, just depending on the schedule, and just have like different guests come on and crochet and chat, because I know that y'all like to be up late nights hooking. So I know you had major surgery. Oh, okay, I'm glad. I hope that everything came out well and you're doing better. So yeah, we're gonna see about that. But yeah, we haven't done it in a minute. So I know a couple people have asked like to bring back the television. So maybe we'll do that. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Look, Teresa said, I'm a hooker. Yes, honey. I know you up there making some slamming purses. And we used to do this, but I said, you know what? I don't know what to talk about for 4 hours. But it feels like when I have multiple people on here, I'm doing all the talking, just running my little mouth, just chatting away. But I think it's also better too. I get more work done, when I'm talking, and and people would say like come live, because you do get, you get your motivation. And sometimes when you're doing stuff by yourself, it's harder. Um and when you can like be on here chatting with the people and hooking and laughing and stuff like that, it's just that thing. Lovely meeting you. Get well. Yes, everybody was sick tonight except for Alicia Littlejohn. So we wish them that they get better soon. I tell you, those nasty bugs and stuff going around. I was a little bit under weather, but mine's is always allergy related, and there's nothing really I could do about it. Just kind of suck, deal with it. So I am trying to make myself a granny square sweater. Y'all already know. So this is the back of it, the back panel. So that's the back, and then this is the bottom. So if y'all seen them long granny squares um sweaters, I'm trying to make one for myself, because anything that is going to take this long, I'm gonna do it for myself. I'm not going to do this for anybody. And then so that's the back. I started this project a few years ago, and I went house sitting, and I told myself while I'm house sitting, I am going to do something for me. So I brought two projects. I brought this project, and actually there's another project. I put it away though. This is going to be the front panel. So I did them solid like this. So I knew first it had to be some bright colors, and then I just add the black just to, you know. You finished 2 dolls. Here's you're welcome. See, we all help each other out. That's why they be like, go live, Jamie, go live. So that's what I'm doing. And so also I have a poncho that I'm making. It's a poncho you just put over you like this, and it's 3 granny squares. I just put that one away yesterday because I said I'm a little bored with that, and so I don't want to do it. But I think once I do it, it'll be good. It's a big 3 big granny squares, and it's green, brown, beige. Did I say orange and a little burgundy stripes? And it's 3 big panels. And then I'm gonna put fringes on the bottom, and it's just one that you just put on like you just put it over your shoulders. It's a very boho. So that might not get finished to 2027. Who knows? But I did finish one panel, and I still got 2 more to do. And what I started doing was Classy Kim Crochet, if you all know about her, she does things in an assembly line. So she was like, if she's doing a square, she'll do like the first one, the first, like if she's doing 4 squares, she'll do the first one 4 times, then she'll do the next row, then the next row for each one. So I kind of did that a little bit, but I noticed that one of the squares I did, I said it was still too small, and then I got discouraged because I was bored this week with all the rain we had. So I was like, I'm gonna put this away, and maybe I'll do it in 2027. It just wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't doing it for me. So I said, forget this. I'm not gonna worry about it. But this one, I went. I was house sitting a few months ago, and I brought this project and the other project I just told you about. And so I said, I'm going to sit and watch TV, put my feet up, be comfortable. And so I did get through this sweater. I did all this, and then I sewed all the square, which I was proud of myself. I sewed all the squares together, and it's still not, there's still holes and stuff like that because it's not completely done because I don't know how long I'm gonna do it. Um, and I didn't do it as I made them because I don't know how to do that. So I went through and I single crochet in between because I'm not really I'm not that perfect at doing granny squares, and it's black, so you can't see the imperfection or whatever, so it's fine, it ain't gonna matter. Um, but I think this is my first time like really putting the granny squares together like this. So I've just been sitting here tonight making these granny squares. I need to buy some more black. So I have a few that are here. And right now, tonight, I just was like I didn't do all these tonight. I did a few. I was just doing this part and just kind of doing them just so I have them. Thank you. So I think I need like 4 on each panel. I think because I made it like this. So I did 4 here and then sewed that up and then did another 4. So I think I need 2 more of these. I gotta measure and lay it out and measure. So um let me see. I got 4 how many square? Okay, so I got 3 black squares. So I ain't gonna count them. So I got 4 there and then 4 here. So that's 2 panels. And on the other side, this is all I have left. So yeah, I still got to do. So yeah, I'm not short. I mean, I'm still short. So I said, well, if I keep just making the squares, then put it together, maybe it'll be a little easier. And this is like kind of because the granny squares are small, I think my mental is allowing me to get through it. But this week, I was just bored this week. We had a lot of it rained so hard here on Thursday. It rained all day. And when I say all day, I mean all day. And it wasn't like it was a sprinkle. It was like an atmospheric river, like all day long. And I was bored and nothing was really like hitting on anything. So I didn't know what to do this week. And this is my first time picking it up. I didn't really do anything. I just sat there in my boredom. um, what else did I do? I'm starting a little I've been just working with granny squares. So I started one big rectangle one that I'm gonna put on a market bag. I'm gonna sew it on the front of the market bag. I did that maybe 2 years ago. That's so quick. So I'm gonna do another one. And then I have some little pouches I think I got from Hobby Lobby. And I made 6 granny squares on each side, little small ones. And I sewed one panel together. So now I need to do the other side. So I want to make some little pouches for the summer too that are, just, cover the pouches where I don't have to line them. They're pouches covered with granny squares is what I want to do for the summer. So I'm doing that too. So, it's like you pick up one project and it's like, okay, I'm bored with that. Now I need to do something else. Like I keep flip flopping back and forth, but I find that I feel good because when I go back to it, the project's almost finished. So it's like I'm doing like some psychology on my mind a little bit. And if that's what's going to help me get through whatever this thing I'm going through, then that's fine. Um, so that's what I have been doing crochet wise. And then I've been doing my bracelets, which have been, it feels like a little hobby and I've turned it into a business. But my sister was like, you need to find a hobby of something to do that's not work related. So the bracelets have been fun. I want to go and find more beads and I want to do necklaces, like some funky, chunky stuff. Oh, and what I'm about to do is I'm about to make some crochet beaded bracelets. So I got the beads. I picked the colors I wanted because they got it at Hobby Lobby. All the beads are 50% off right now. They've been like that for probably about 3 weeks. So I got some of the seed beads. And so I'm gonna start making some bracelets. And Nastasia has a pattern that I'm gonna try. It's Tunisian crochet. So I'm gonna try to do that and see how that works and see if I can get it, where I'm not frustrated because I've been wanting to do that for like ever. So I guess I got a little excitement for that. But I guess I'm just trying to like pick up some old projects that I started and I didn't finish. And it feels good to finish them because it's not like I have a lot of work to do. So that's the goal this year, to kind of tap into some things that I've been wanting to do but have put off because either I was caregiving or we're just busy or just your brain is not there. um so I think it's kind of opening itself up to do that. So that's like my next project. I'm going to do a blue bracelet, and I think I bought some brown beads, so like a brown bracelet, and I'm going to see how we was it gold. I think it's brown or gold. I can't see myself buying no brown. Why did I do that? It might be gold. So that is my next attempt. We will see how that goes. But I want to do like some funky jewelry. And sometimes people come, like when I do booths, if they're fans of me or whatever, like they be like, what's new this year? So I want to try to keep some things fresh and still have some of my old stuff there, but I want to do some new stuff, like some different stuff, and see if that sparks some creativity and something in me. Because I just get too bored too fast. It's ridiculous. um, I don't know if anybody else is like that, but I am. It's crazy. Um, and then also I pulled out records. I have a record collection, so I pulled that out and I made a record stand. Covering ready-made pouches is smart. Yes, thank you. Yeah, they have a lot of them at Hobby Lobby has a lot of those. And Michael's has like market bags, so you can go to Michael's. They have them too if you don't shop Hobby Lobby. Michael's has some bags. I don't know if they have the pouches, but they do have like market bags. I know, right? Finish everything that you started in the past and have it completed. Exactly. I will. So I was looking at a couple things. I said, I probably will not finish it. So maybe I should just unravel it and have the yarn instead of me throwing it away. So I was like, you could probably make a nice hat with this or something else. I made a hat too. Wait, did I finish the hat? I did finish one hat, yeah. Um, is there anything else? What was I saying? So I have a record collection. I would like to start doing some records, because what I'm noticing that when certain people have hobbies, like they have multiple things that they like to do. So some people like I have a guy friend, he likes to cook. So in his kitchen, you have all the latest appliances, right? He likes equipment, sound equipment, audio visual equipment. He likes records, he likes liquor, alcohol. So like he has little things in his home that he likes instead of just one thing. So I'm just like, okay, so you have your crochet, you have your beads, you have your records, you have your music. Like it's okay to like jump from one thing to something else. I think for me, I got yelled at for that. So that's why I guess I be thinking I have ADD, like something's wrong, because I just be like, I don't want to do that no more. I want to do something else. And so this week too, I tried to like do different things. So I was like, okay, I'm going to my record collection. I'm gonna dust that off a little bit. Then I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this a little bit, you know, just trying to spread the hobbies out a little bit. So I'm just not doing the same thing every single day. The monotony is getting boring to me. Like I can't crochet every day, even though I need to. Yeah. Sometimes you just need a break. Like you got to do something else. And so sometimes I think there's something wrong with that, but it's like there's nothing wrong with that. Jamie needs multiple things to do. And my sister's been saying that you need a hobby. So if it's color, whatever it is, if you don't want to crochet today, tomorrow you might want to color. The next day you might want to go bike riding. The next day you may want to go eat something and pick out for that day, or check out different restaurants or go to whatever it is. Like there's nothing wrong with that. But my mom made it like something was wrong with that. I remember I talked back to her one time when she said something to me about that. And when I told my aunt, she was like, "And your mouth was where?" I was like, it was on my face, because I mean, I had a valid point. Like, what difference did it make if I was crocheting today and knitting tomorrow? Why is that such a big deal? Like, the things parents do to their kids sometimes, like, anyway. But yeah, that's how I feel. So I'm trying to get out of this thing of like, let's just do something else. So I want to like visit a record store and like start building up my collection and still different things. So that's what I'm working on. Did the fire affect you? Not directly, no. Um, the Altadena fires were next to me in the next town over. A lot of my friends were affected. I have about 25, maybe even more people that I know that have lost their homes and businesses, and or both. Um, we had a fire in this city that I'm in that's maybe like 10 minutes away. We did get the smoke. Um, but we had bad winds that day, so half the sky was black and half the sky was blue because it was pushing it south. Um, and then the next day we had the ash. We never got a warning to evacuate. I didn't even know it was a fire actually, because we didn't have no power. So when I woke up in the morning, I had like 4 or 5 text messages, and they were like, "You okay? You okay?" And I'm just like, "I'm fine." And then it was like 5 in the morning. One of my friends texted me and was like, not Eaton Canyon, Chevy Chase Canyon is on fire. And I was like, "What?" And my sister, she's up and she's like, "Oh yeah, I just got an alert for that." And I'm just like, "Oh." And so then I looked out the bathroom window and the sky was black. And I said, "Well, is the sky black because it's dark outside, or is that smoke?" I couldn't tell because it was like 5 a.m. And so my friend, I told her, I said, "Look at the sky." And she was like, "Jamie, that's smoke." I was like, "Oh." So I looked at my sister. I said, "So what should we be doing? What are we doing here? Because do we leave? Do we just kind of pack up and figure like what we're gonna do?" So I just got some stuff ready. Like I got a bag ready just in case. Um, because you don't know, like things happen so fast. And we were close, we weren't that close. Because California is huge. a couple of my people from the East Coast, you should just get out of there. And I'm just like, well, California is just set up differently. You could fit Jersey in here 17 times. Like, even though a fire could be in your city, it's not, sometimes it's not where you are. So you're okay. Um, so yeah. I think we were just thinking like where were we gonna go because we don't have family here, so we don't really have like anywhere to go. So we were kind of thinking like, where are we going? A lot of people checked on us that day though. They were like, one of my homegirls was like, if you have to evacuate, you come here. I was like, okay, thank you. And she said, I got a floor. I said, okay, that's fine. She said, because if I hear about you sleeping in your car and taking showers in McDonald's, bird baths in McDonald's, I'm gonna be mad at you. And I said, okay, I appreciate it. Thank you. Because we don't have family here. We know people, but I have people that love me and I love them, but I don't know if I would be showing up at their house like I'm homeless. I need somewhere to, like, I don't know. We have to think about that. Um, because we prepare for earthquakes, and I just don't think anybody was prepared for this. I don't think anybody was. Like, even when you think about your to-go bags and your kits, like, we're thinking about earthquakes. We ain't really thinking about the fire. Like, if we have to grab and go, like, my mind wasn't there. So it was almost like a test as well to see, like, do we have everything we need if we do have to go? It was like a wake up, like a good wake up call, and a good like practice to be like, okay, we might could take this out, or we need to add this, or whatever kind of thing. If that makes sense, I don't know. But couple things. We was like, we ain't got no can opener. Can't open this tuna fish, like stuff like that. Really got one can. We ain't got no battery. Like, with certain things, we was just like, we got to think this over, because I think about an earthquake. I ain't thought about a fire. If we had a fire, what would we take out of this house? I'm like, take a TV. Like, I don't know. Do what we all this stuff go. I ain't gonna worry about the yarn and all that stuff. Um, we could take a TV and plug it in somewhere and sit and watch it. But I don't know. Like, so it was something to think about. Um, the smoke didn't affect my allergies because I have a dust mite allergy. Um, Now maybe it's affecting it now because a couple people have. So my friend told me she got bronchitis. They probably had it really bad because the wind blew south. So they probably had really bad air quality. Even though we did, it probably was really bad where it was blowing. So some people got bronchitis. My friend said she got bronchitis. Um, and I'm not thinking because I had a little fever this week. I said maybe it could be the air. I don't know, but I have like a severe dust mite allergy. So just laying on my sheets, having a blanket, like I could cough, like it's like that. But I didn't have anything where it was like the air didn't affect me because I just wore a mask. Like the first 2 days, we stayed inside, kept the windows closed. Um, and I stayed inside. And if I went outside, I put a mask on because the ash is kind of falling from the sky the second day. So yeah. So we did okay. We just, was devastated for our friends that lost their places. I have friends that lost 3 houses in a business. I have friends that lost houses. I have friends that lost their house and their business when their business is in their house. I've had people that have lost just their businesses, or people that have had to close because, it's just there's no electricity, or it's just not gonna work. And we feel for them. So um, but they're all safe. But it's just devastation. Anyway, um, where's my pooch? I just heard her shaking. So here hello, Zoe. Welcome, girl. Zoe is here. She ain't coming up here to see me. She probably think I'm gonna wipe her butt or something. She always running. Zozo. Zoe's doing fine. She is going to be 6 years old this year, and she's doing well. She's on dog behavior. uh just being crazy. She's like a little human. but she's good. She got into, I put her in a little contest called Paw Idols. And so she's gonna be on the calendar for the month of April. Is it April or August? One, and they put her picture in the calendar. I said, hey, it's just a little scam for us to buy her calendar. You pay, $20 for a calendar and see your dog's picture in it. So I was like, I'm gonna get the calendar and see my baby. She done won the contest because somebody else told me their dog was in it. And I'm looking at the month and looking at their calendar, and I'm like, my dog is not in the same month with the same calendar. So I said, this is their way to get you to buy their calendar, is to put your pooch in there, and it'd be different pooches every, different months or whatever, just to see your dog in the calendar. But she's doing fine. She's just crazy, just crazy puppy. They like little people. Um, she's been kind of hiding from me because she doesn't like her butt cleaned, and she made a big mess the other day, so she's been kind of laying low. So typically she stays. Typically I let her stay in here with me. Sometimes she goes under my sister's bed, and I can't get her because she's way back there, deep in the crevices of the bed, and it'll be like 3 in the morning, and she be wanting to come in. So then my sister has to open the door for her to come in, and then she comes in here and gets in the bed, and I'm asleep. And they're like little kids. It's a mess. Comes and takes up the whole bed. I'm in the corner, back is hurting, all squished up. She all spread out, either this way or on her back, or stretched out on her side, right here. I was like, move over. They're like little kids. It's crazy. But she's fine otherwise. Thank you for asking. Zoe, they asking about you. You hear me, Zoe? They asking about you. She going to sleep. Um, so other than that, we are doing okay. Y'all been doing okay? I know it's been a minute. We ain't did this little 4 hour thing in a while. We've been on here for 3 hours and 25 minutes. Y'all just been hanging out. This is the late night crew. Well, this is probably the West Coast crew. I think there's some East Coast folks in here too. Like V is in East Coast. I think Vivi is on the East too. Dell's on the East Coast. I know Dell be up late. I don't even know what time it is no more. What time is it? I don't even know what time it is. Um, so yeah, that's what I've been up to, See how hard this gets when you one person and you just on here talking? This one becomes hard when I was doing this every single week. And I think what I was saying earlier is I was thinking about doing a show and tell. That's what I was thinking. I was saying that, and then we got to talking about something else. 129. Okay, so that's, wait, 1, so that's 10, 10, 11, 12, 1. Okay, 10 o'clock, 10:20, so 10, almost 10:30. 11:30 for some of y'all. Thank you. I'm ripping a project out. Oh no. Say it ain't so. Are you making a bag? I'm stuffy now for some reason. I don't know why. Our room is probably dusty or something. I don't know. I haven't taken my nasal spray today. My nose gets stuffy. But I get stuffy in my room. Completely bonkers. 12:30 your time? Oh, okay. Um, yeah, I'm thinking maybe do like a little show and tell, like a virtual show and tell. We just kind of show like maybe things that we did, and or stuff that we're working on. 135. Oh, okay. A blanket. Oh, forget it. Forget it. Is it an adult blanket or a kid blanket? So I'm making a baby crochet for my great grand. He's expected in March. Okay. Come through with the blankets. It's blanket season because I heard it's cold. I heard it's freezing. Y'all had snow today, huh? Cousin said he had snow today. So, and some exciting, oh, an adult blanket. Okay. So I have some family that's coming here from New Jersey this week. Our family has a movie out. It's on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on Amazon. It's called Raw Peace. Has anybody heard of that movie? Raw Peace was my cousin. It's about a young adult in Orange, New Jersey, who went to an Ivy League school and excelled. And yeah, he excelled. It's talking about his life and what he went through, what he did. And I'm not going to give the rest out, but if you have Netflix or if you have Amazon Prime, look it up. It's called Raw Peace, based out of New Jersey, and so it's our family movie. The movie has been nominated for an NAACP award this week. Well, tomorrow. Today's Sunday. Well, tomorrow's Sunday. So it has been nominated for an NAACP award. So not much. No. Okay. So my family is coming out here because the awards are going to be out here. It's going to be on BET and BET and something else. I forget the other station. There's two stations that's going to air it. Is it CBS? I don't remember. I can't remember. Yeah, it's called Raw Peace. And so it's gonna be on. I guess I don't know. It's supposed to show is Friday, but I don't know when it's gonna air. WPIX. Okay, I know that's a Jersey station, but is that channel 11? I don't remember. So it's gonna be nominated for. It was nominated for an award, so they're coming here to the ceremonies. So hopefully it wins. But if you looking for something to watch, I hear it's very good. Um, I've watched it, but I'm just saying what other people have said. They thought it was a really good movie for a young black man living in the um, urban city. Yes, 11 or maybe 9. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, something to watch while you crocheting if you haven't already seen it. Like I said, it's based out of, it says East Orange, but he is from Orange, New Jersey. So I'm excited about that. They're coming here to hang out, and they're coming to the award show, and I'm gonna have a little dinner at the house on Sunday with everybody. So I've been like kind of getting ready for that little hospitality. So I'm excited that like somebody's coming because no one ever comes here. Good night, Dale. Um, so I'm excited about that part. Um, so my week is gonna be filled with cleaning and just okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, check it out. And see, I think you'll find it to be a good movie. Um, so I'm gonna be busy doing that, trying to get ready, get this house together. You know how it goes when you have a company. But I'm excited, like somebody's coming to see me. I can't believe it because I'm the one always going to see the people. Always traveling somewhere. Ain't nobody coming to see me. I'm just like, y'all never come to California. And I don't even have a lot of family. It's not like I got a big family. It's only a few people. But they be everywhere else. They ain't coming here though. So I'm excited about that. Um, but other than that, y'all, that's all I've been up to. Just here chilling and trying to get it together. So I think I might do a little show and tell thingy. I think I like that idea. Was it July on here? Yeah. You know what? I came to New Jersey last year, but I think you were sick or something was going on. But I will be back there. I'm supposed to come there in the end of July to Lincoln Park for the festival. And okay. Yes. Wait, did I see you there? Oh, you saw the picture of us together. You weren't at Lincoln Park, right? I'm like, I didn't meet you at Lincoln Park, but you probably saw the picture you're talking about. So we supposed to link up this year again. We supposed to link up this year again at Lincoln Park to vend. So she's gonna have her stuff and I'm gonna have my stuff, my earrings and stuff. That's the end of July, I think that show is. But I don't have the dates because they don't usually put the dates out. But it's always, I think, the last weekend or something in July or the weekend before or something like that. So I'm gonna do that. And then I think a couple people, okay, yeah. Um then a couple people might come to that. And then I'll go into Pittsburgh in August. Excuse me, I'll go to Pittsburgh in August. So I'll be posting about that too. But if you're in the Pittsburgh area, you can come check it out. I usually try to post on YouTube, like, what I'm doing and stuff. So people are aware. But I might need to do like a live video or something. But yeah, so we're supposed to do that again. So this time we're gonna try to make some money and see how, I just want to test it and see how it goes. I know it's different genres each day. The house music, is more tribal and more hipster and stuff like that. So it's a different crowd than like the hip hop and R&B and all that. So um I'm gonna try that. Terry, are you gonna come to Pittsburgh this year for the festival, or you could come see your daughter? I forget the date. It's August the 22nd, I think. I forget the date. I'd have to look on the calendar. But I'm gonna do that again. I paid the vendor fee, so it's official. I'll be there. That's when I start yawning. That means it's time to go. um. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a nice little event. Um. Yeah, so definitely gonna do that. I paid my vendor fee for that. Now I just gotta come up, do your thing, and come up with my vendor fee for that. 'Cause I think they want that kind of quick, and I'm like, oh. I'm like, I didn't get the email. I did email her today. I mean, I did text her, but because I wanted to know the deadline, and she's like, "Oh, I have to ask the committee." But I'm just like, "Oh, I don't know." Yeah, that's some other things in the works, so I have to figure it out. But we'll see what happens. Okay, when I start yawning, oh, okay, she told you. Okay, okay, so when I start yawning, that means the party is over. And that's sad because I don't want to be yawning in y'all face. That's whack. I'm not sleepy or nothing. I will see if I can get someone to come with me. I walk with the crutch now and slower, but I will come to support the both of you. Okay, absolutely. Yeah. So glad for no vendor fees when you sell online. Yeah, exactly. I know. There's no vendor fees. I know that's the thing that makes it like good. You just set up. Another thing that in one of the and so in Eagle Rock, or even in LA, you can set up on the street. So in Eagle Rock, which we were planning to do, yes, well, it was Thursday and yesterday because of Valentine's Day, but because it was raining, I was like, no, I'm not doing that. And then Friday came and I said, forget it, I'm not doing nothing. I'm gonna sit because it's wet outside. I don't want to be bothered. So but you can set up on the streets. So I did one time and I did pretty good, but I gotta try it again. See, no, I can't be doing this. So Yeah, you don't have to have a license. I mean, I have my seller's permit, but yeah, it's legal for people to pop up and sell on the streets on the sidewalk in LA. So, there's one street in particular in one city where people just like, there's stores there and they let you sit up in front of the stores. If you go to the Hollywood Bowl, it's the same thing. Like, I was shocked. Like, when I saw it, the people were all lined up going down Highland Avenue with tables and stuff because there's people that walk, I'm sleepy too. I know. And it's funny, it's like I'm not really sleepy, but I've been talking for three hours and 38 minutes. So, you know, once I start doing that, it's like, oh well, nobody wants to see my mouth open like that. Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna call it a night, ladies. I appreciate y'all rocking out with me for these past couple hours. It was nice. We had some great guests on the show. Big shout out to Alicia Littlejohn with Little John Yarns. Gary with Gary Knits, Gary Rides, and Tracy with Love Petals Crochet. Thank y'all so much for coming on the show today. It was a nice vibe, nice energy, and it was nice to like chat with everybody on here, just like old times. I know, like I said before, some of y'all have been with me from the start, and I appreciate you and love you for it. And I appreciate everybody. You have drink when talking that long. Okay, catch you next time. Yeah, I have my water over here. Um, so I appreciate like everybody like coming out and hanging out. You get your projects done. I'm getting my stuff done. So I'm gonna do another one. I got my little bonnet on. I said, well, I don't wear nothing on my head when I go to sleep. But I said, since this is a pajamas, and it was funny because I was like, I ain't got no pajamas. I said, well, this is gonna be like my pajamas. Okay. So this is it. We have fun. When I know the date we're going to sell, I will let you know in case you want to sell too. Okay, definitely. Absolutely. And we'll probably try to bring back the television. Let me get myself together. Okay, start writing some things down and getting some people on here and having some fun on this YouTube and trying to get this multiple streams of income, figure this out. Okay? We got all these skills out here and ain't using none of them. So let's use them. So thank y'all so much for coming and hanging out with me. I appreciate you. Um, keep looking at the post so you know when we coming back. Because I definitely will do it again. Even if it's just me by myself. But there's so many like talented artists and creatives that can come up here and just like bless us with information and talent and stuff like that. And then like I said, I might still do that show and tell, like just people get on here and show, like you got to have good lighting though. Show us like your projects and what you're working on, and just kind of make it fun. I think that would be cool. It'd just be like a virtual one, just like the older ones. That would be an old to now. Maybe I'll do that. That'll be my yeah, maybe that'll be old to now. Which post? So normally, like I usually post it like Instagram, Facebook. I post it in the Parlez-Vous Crochet group now. And two, if you are on Facebook, Parlez-Vous Crochet has a group. Join the group. And what I would like people to start doing is like posting their work in the group. So sometimes like people will post under like the Thursdays and Friday favorites, but I want people to start like posting their work individually in the group, not in the comments, so people can see like what you're doing, and you never know who may want to buy. I always tell people, just put your stuff out there. You don't know who's looking, you don't know who's watching, you don't know who's searching, and you might get a sale. You never know. So if you're not with Parlez-Vous Crochet, join the group. Show us what you do. Just like these other groups have these people posting stuff. Post your work in there individually and put your name under it so people know this is Melanie's dolls and these are some of the dolls I've created. I'm on Whatnot on these days. Like, promote yourself so we can support you. Okay, so if you're new to me, check that out. And then any posts of events and stuff, um, I will post it on Instagram, Facebook, and I'll try to put them on YouTube as well. If you know, looking at the shorts and posts and stuff, community and stuff like that as well. So anyway, everybody have a good night. Y'all have a great rest of weekend. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you. Be safe and happy hooking. Bye for now. See you later.